Here we are.
Good morning.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, panel.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Hive.
Good morning, Brick World. Good morning to everybody in the chats. And you know what? Good morning to all the lurkers out there too. We appreciate it. I totally understand the lurking. As a matter of fact, I remember Brightest Witch Bricks made up the hashtag for me. Hashtag let me lurk. It's why you don't see me around on Instagram that much. Because I look, it's like a tale as old as time. You get into the chat and everybody says hello. And I feel so rude if I don't say hello to everybody. So anyways, yes, everybody, hello. Welcome to Good Morning Brick World. It is another Sunday fun day. Another week has gone by. And here we are. Usually a lot of things kind of going on, between the five of us, and actually the sixth of us that isn't here. But as per usual with him lately, a lot of stuff is going on. But you know what? Hashtag we miss drewdawgs. So anyways, but yes, thank you all for being with us. It is another wonderful Sunday morning with all of you. Our topic today is favorite YouTubers. I know it might seem weird trying to say like, oh, this YouTuber is the best or whatever, but look, you might have multiple. You might have multiple, YouTubers that you really love a lot. That might be your faves. But we would just try to narrow it down to like one or two. Maybe even a few if there's really that many that you just can't let go of. But we wanted to talk about, which ones were our favorite and why they were our favorites, and maybe even possibly a little bit of description about them. And some of them, you never know, might even cross over. We might have some that are the same because there are some out there that are really popular and, just put out really good content and you kind of, gravitate towards them. I wanted to make sure, and I think I did make it clear that we were talking about Lego YouTubers because I'm sure all of us probably watch a lot of other YouTubers out in the field that just make other really awesome content, whether it be stories, maybe history, maybe a certain other topic or hobby that you might like. So before we get into the highs, the hellos, and the good mornings, I thought we'd go around the panel real quick and just see how everybody's doing. I meant to do that last week. It's just sometimes I forget. LegoLongoria, how was your week, my friend?
Oh, it's pretty good. We've got a couple of sick kids, so we're kind of getting over that. Oh. It's also the end of the year, so we're getting ready for school year, end of the year and stuff, and figuring out what we're going to do with these rugrats for the summer for the next 2 months. Try to keep them entertained. They're already saying they're bored, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, just doing that, just kind of getting ready for that, basically.
Okay.
Getting ready for Chicago Brick World. Yeah, I mean, gotta get my stuff ready for that. Planning all that kind of stuff out, and
that's a big thing.
How's your mock coming along? Is it coming along?
Well, it's coming along, but it's just coming along very slowly.
Very slow.
I've made some progress this weekend on it, but it's still really tough because. I mean, and these are all excuses. If I really, really just went hard on it, I'd probably be okay. But,
right.
It's just running the channel, and I got a really demanding job, and obviously a wife that I have to pay attention to her as well, not just Lego. So I just haven't gotten a lot into it. So now I'm kind of needing parts, but I don't think they're going to get here in time. I don't know. So I'm trying to figure out basically. I'm giving myself a very short timeline because, obviously Brick World's coming up. And
right.
When I get to that timeline, if I think that I'm going to be okay and I can keep going forward with it without too much of an issue, I'm going to keep going forward. If I think it's just not going to happen, I'm going to figure out what to do and see if I can give my space to somebody else. You know what I mean? So
right. Yeah.
I don't know if there's like a waiting list, like for people, maybe for spots that might come open, sort of like in my situation, or maybe somebody can't make it or something happens, you know what I mean? So I don't know, but, and the reason I'm kicking myself in the butt about it is because I couldn't have just made something kind of simple, you know what I mean? I had to try and challenge myself and make this.
Well, of course, we always do that.
Coming out of the water thing, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. So on a totally different note, you mentioned about the kids in school and stuff because I guess it's coming up. Kids are getting out of school, summer vacation. A little known fact that a lot of people don't realize is in my line of work, in residential maintenance, it becomes a really big nuisance.
Oh,
and I don't mean it in like a big negative way, but so when kids are in school and parents are either home or they're at work, we can go into their apartment and fix what we got to fix with no issue. When parents are at work and kids are at home because they're not in school, then we have a whole another issue because we can't enter an apartment with a minor at home. So it really makes our job. It's like a big hurdle trying to get stuff done sometimes. Every once in a while, it's not an issue. Like a parent, might give us permission if the kid's old enough or something like that. But yeah, it's just something interesting that a lot of people don't realize about my line of work.
Yeah, dude.
Anyways, Quarter Brick, Jay, what's going on? How you been?
Good. Just working on, since I kind of took over the art class, figuring out this final for these kids on what to do with them making bricks. So all of that'll come out. So other than that, a cool, somewhat hot and cold weather week. So I don't know if I need to wear shorts, pants, both, a skirt. I don't know.
Sounds like the East Coast.
Yeah, no kidding.
Right on, but yeah, the weather is flippy floppy. I swear. It sucks because it's hard to plan your day out because if you wear something too much, the whole day you're gonna be sweating. But if you don't wear enough, you're gonna be cold. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt.
Like I'm nervous about going to Chicago because I see it's storming out there this weekend for Beyonce's concert, so I don't even know what to pack for that.
Oh, so you're gonna be at Chicago, right?
Yeah, I just have to get my tickets sometime this week.
Now, I was pretty prepared for the most part. Like right in the beginning, as soon as it was available, I got the hotel room and registered and all that stuff. So, yeah. Now I just have to get the.
I'm staying at my best friend's, so I don't have to worry about that. Thankfully,
Oh, nice.
I have to get the fly in, get the rental, and then go on and see everybody.
Yeah, and besides the mock, I was trying to get some merch stuff made up to give out. You know what I mean, like some new stickers and stuff like that.
Oh, I know. I need to get that done too.
Yeah, I know, right? And I've got to get some work done on my truck. I don't think I'll have any problems, but I want to make sure I'm prepared. So.
Right.
Mamba, what's going on with you, man? How you been?
I'm here. I just drove in literally just to be here because I didn't make it last week. And I drove in from Pennsylvania. I left about 6 o'clock in the morning and just got here maybe a half an hour ago. So,
dude, everybody should be giving you a W for that. Like that's commitment.
I was definitely making it.
Man, I feel bad, man. Dang.
No, absolutely not. I feel bad because last week I wanted to join.
No, dude.
Mother's Day.
I mean. And it's one of the reasons also, eventually I was going to add another co-host, but I was just like, you know what? I feel like it's just like a dynamic duo with both of you. You know what I mean? So that's why I wanted both of you guys to come on.
Appreciate that.
But it's great because then if somebody does have something going on, which it's life, we all have have families or jobs or, just random things that, maybe we're taking vacation or whatever, and then we've got the other ones, to lean on, you know what I mean? If someone was on, so no, it happens. But no, I appreciate, man, commitment.
That's all. I mean, I'm here just building, getting ready. I'm doing some work in the room, and I know we got some behind the scenes stuff that we're working on. So that I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited. I got some other stuff. At first, I couldn't get the Space Baby. Now I have too many, so it's just a bunch around.
Did you guys manage?
Well, if you want to unload some of them, I mean,
right?
Did you guys manage to get the Mario shell?
Got the shell, absolutely.
Did you all right. So I'm curious. Did you get it online or at the store?
I got online, and he was like, "You can get anything." So I brought another one of the F1 cars. Just something little $5 thing, and that's it.
Were you trying to get the stuff were you trying to get the stuff at midnight, or did you wait until like the next?
Oh no! I went the next day because I couldn't get the set that we were all trying to get because it was sold out of my stores. So I ended up getting it later on at a different store, and it's a big story behind that. But I do have it. I spoke to Jay, like me and Jay. Yeah. So.
Wow.
But Jay, just in case, I dabble in the art world, so if you need help coming up with
Oh,
something, I got you.
Oh
will do,
yeah.
will do.
The art that you painted on the walls and stuff, man. That
Right,
was
right.
really good.
Yeah.
That was solid work.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Brick Babe, what's going on with you? How you been?
I'm just tired.
You're like,
She's just
I'm
tired.
Tired.
Keep
And
it
I
going.
feel bad. I can't whine because it's like 5 a.m. where Jay is. Poor
Yeah,
Mamba has
yeah.
driven. I mean, I have no excuse. And I just have to sit here.
Yeah.
I'm just tired.
No, I mean you can whine. It's okay. We just might not,
Thanks.
We just
accept
might
it.
make fun of you about it, but
And
yeah.
also, you have Mr. HVAC wreaking havoc throughout everything.
He's
Mm.
right
Oh,
here
yeah.
next to me.
Well, she said Mister, so it was. She was being,
Mr.
she was
HVAC.
being polite.
We still can't catch
Right.
him, but he's here next to me.
What are you
If I
getting
go
it
near him,
replaced?
he runs.
Just
You
jump
getting
on
it
him.
replaced or repaired, or what's going on?
You said what'd you say, Hive?
Are you getting it replaced or repaired, or what's going on?
Oh, we have the tiles, but I'm afraid to put them up because little Mr. HVAC won't come down. He comes down, but when we try to catch him, he hops right back up. So
Oh.
You got to get
I don't know what
a
to do.
fishing net. Just
Well,
Yeah.
you
I
don't
mean,
hear that?
yeah.
Tranquilizer gun.
Well,
know
I mean,
what to
it's
do.
like, what's he gonna do? Just grow up in there? Like,
Yeah, I mean, you got to
Right,
have a
yeah.
whole life of,
right.
Yeah, I think you got to put your foot down. That's it.
Yeah.
You got,
Yeah,
or you got
because
to
I
start
got
paying
the
some
Dawg.
bills.
and nobody told me those drop tiles was so hard to get in there. I mean, I went to put them. I have buzz like the dust going in my eyes. I said, "This is for the birds."
yeah.
Wait,
you hear
wait, are
that.
you in your Lego room?
While I'm packing it up, because remember
Oh,
we
okay.
still have to replace the floor. So yeah, I'm just down here packing it up, and Mr. HVAC is right here by me screaming.
Oh man, oh man.
Are you packing up the
Well,
bugle?
what's
Don't
that?
fuck me with the bugle.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Mr. HVAC's going to finish it before she does.
Facts. And Mo's bugle is now like I don't know what happened to Mo's bugle.
Mo has her own?
Well, we typically buy
Oh.
2 sets. Yeah, we have 2.
Oh, okay.
Believe it or not, it's waste of money.
Wait,
Man,
Mama, you got to
so,
get
like,
your
that's an
Mo's
expensive
version
one.
of the bugle and that later.
Well, I used to have to buy 2 sets when she was smaller, but now that she's an adult, she buys her own. But before, yeah, it was like double the trouble.
Well, you know what? Lego appreciates it. So
Yeah, I would
No,
have
they
said,
don't.
Mommy and Daddy are building. We're building this by ourselves.
That is Mo. I built it myself.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. Did you guys buy a lot of Lego at all this week?
With what?
Mm-mm.
I didn't buy anything. I bought parts for this, but that's about it.
Okay.
With
I
what?
just-
I got a set.
I didn't get it. I can't get anything until the first.
I gave up
so.
a set to get a set. So,
Oh,
Yeah, sometimes that helps. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You know, it's actually sometimes we have to. We don't have a choice. You know, we might run out of room or something like that.
Right.
So.
I grabbed
right.
art is for everyone,
What's
but I
that?
didn't adult very well. I grabbed art is for everyone, and I felt so bad because on the way to get art is for everyone, my air went out. I think the blower or something broke, and I said, "This is a shame that you're going to get a Lego set and you're not going to put that money in the car."
Mm.
Mo was just threatening. So, yeah, the
Well, you
mechanic
know-
was the second call, not the first.
Sometimes you got to wear out your options, and sometimes you got to do. You got to jump through
I'm
some
with
mental,
Lene. I'm with
mental
Lene.
gymnastics to justify things. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But, you know,
Right.
you-
I can't hide.
I believe in you. You can get there with the mental gymnastics, and
I
it'll be
can't
your
hide.
emotional support.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm the king at it, so yeah, I ain't
I
judging.
pushed off going to the barbershop. I'm like, man, listen, I could go another couple of days. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong though. We were mentioning, I can't remember if everybody was in the green room when we were talking about it before the show started, but we were talking. I know Andrew and I were talking about the path that we, at least I don't know, I'd like to speak for anybody, but that I can see Lego kind of going
Right.
down.
Yeah.
Maybe not completely 100%, but I don't know. The point is I bring it up a lot, but I definitely pulled back a ton compared to what I used to. And you know what's kind of weird? Even though obviously I'm still involved in the Lego community, if you kind of pull back a little bit and force yourself not to pay attention to certain things, I mean, I'm not even saying like leaks, but like if I go to the Walmart, I might not even go down the Lego aisle, you know, occasionally. You start to, not completely, but you can pull away from FOMO a little bit.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
interesting.
Oh yeah.
It's like a
I mean,
cult.
Lego's helping also. Don't get me wrong.
It is a cult.
With prices and looking at like
Yeah, cult.
F1 CMFs and stuff like that.
Right.
There's certain things I'm like, oh, I have completely no interest in that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. But right before we went live, yeah, I was telling Andrew about everybody's got their line that they draw in the sand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What they think is too expensive, or maybe it is too expensive, but it's worth you buying because you love it. You know, maybe purchase something that you like regret. What does Mrs. Hive say sometimes? She says she has buyer's remorse.
Mm-hmm.
No, buyer's remorse.
But she has buyer's
Yeah.
remorse on things like vehicles or houses.
No.
It's not like
Sex.
Lego, dude. She's like on a whole different level than I am. I'm
Right.
like,
Property.
I look at a set,
investments.
I'm like,
Yeah.
man, I wish I would have bought this.
Yeah.
See, I
Um,
get that when I buy something for a GWP and the next one is better. I'm like, oh.
And then,
Yeah.
you know,
That's the main
reason-
thing. That's
Well-
the fear of missing out, right? But the wow factor. You want that wow factor, and not every set is like, oh my God, I gotta get it.
Oh yeah.
So
Well,
it allows
and-
you to be ready.
And I think things have changed a little bit, but a lot of us still have memories of, you know, stuff selling out extremely fast, or maybe Lego not making enough stock for it.
They're trying to do
So,
that again.
and that's why I was asking Mamba the questions about the Mario shell, because you know, I don't want to get too much into it because we're gonna waste too much time. But like when it released the other day, it was supposed to, and you know, big kudos to Stud City. He did a great video, and he was live about this. That the shell was supposed to go live at midnight,
Mhm.
and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, even said redeem now, like at midnight or whatever, and you couldn't get it until like 4:30 or so in the morning. So the reason I bring that up, and look, obviously,
Right.
everybody, these are first world problems. You know what I mean? It's not like it's a big deal. But a lot of people do have fear of missing out, or they might get anxiety because they're like, oh crap, you know, because they want the baby, which was live,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, the big space baby, but they were wanting to get the because you have to buy something to get something with the insider points.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Right.
mean? So they either wait and hopefully
Which I don't agree with
later
at all.
they might be able to get it and it didn't sell out, or they buy it now, get the space baby, and then later, you know, they get the other thing, but they still got to spend money twice now. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Again, not a big deal or anything, but it's still very annoying, and I feel like it's something that Lego should have better control over.
Mm-hmm.
For a premium company, a multi-billion-dollar company, you know, they should. I mean, for crying out loud, why they haven't gotten control over their website yet is
Right.
beyond me.
Yeah.
See, my wonder is that I was able to use my points,
Mhm.
get the blue shell, but then I was like thinking, like, what do I need to like BS buy, because I have a
Right.
redemption code. Is that going to be valid if I wait a week or two to get a set that I want at the beginning?
I think it's 60 days, if I'm not mistaken.
but
Right.
I think that would they actually have it?
Oh well, that's a wholly
Just-
different
yeah,
story.
That
just
was my
because-
thing.
Just because
And-
you have the code, they can easily just be like, "Oh, we're sold out. Here's your points back." That's
Yeah,
that
and
was my worry.
that was my thing, is because there have been some things on the insider points. I don't know if you guys remember. Whoever has been collecting long enough remembers several years ago they had a Dark Knight Returns
Mhm.
motorcycle, the Batman motorcycle,
Mhm.
and I wanted that thing so bad, but every time it even went live, you know, it was gone immediately. So that spiny shell is a rad set. That's a rad little
Mhm.
set. You know what I mean? And I totally would have gotten it if I felt like spending my points on it and stuff. But so I thought that would be gone in a heartbeat. Especially
Is
with
it
all the
still
Mario
available?
stuff that's come out. It would look so beautiful on a shelf with either Bowser or the Piranha Plant or that game, the cube, or the
Mhm.
especially
Absolutely.
the new
Oh, yeah.
Mario on that awesome the cart, Mario
Yeah.
Kart. Yeah. So I was just like, yeah, that's so crazy that it didn't go live when everything else did. So
I'm looking forward to displaying that. They've already made there's a page that I follow. I gotta get this guy's name because he's awesome. He made 5 different colors of that
Oh
shell
wow.
already, just without the spikes. Like the blue one has the spikes,
Yeah.
but the rest of them, and it's awesome. It must be a really easy build once you get the,
Yeah.
the
I would
system
like
down
to
pat.
see. I would like to see a cool mock of just like the banana. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Out, open like
Yeah.
that. That'd be another cool one. I've seen the custom mock builds of like the star. There's been a couple other things that I've seen that look really great. So, yeah, man.
I have a question. What happens
Mm.
to these gift with purchases that are specific to dollar amounts and
Mm.
like the sets are just not selling like they would? Now they just have an abundance of, GWP sitting back there. What do they do with them? Do I know they
Recycle
don't
them.
sell them.
Yeah.
Oh, they bring them back up again another time?
Like the
Oh,
Valentine's Day one, that chocolate box.
Hmm.
I've seen that like 2
oh,
or 3 times already.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah,
mm,
they
They're
may
just
just bring it out.
they
That
just
was a May
randomly just
1st
give it out.
GWP. That was a weird May 1st GWP.
Well,
Very
I
weird.
right,
thought
right.
it was
It was like
from
a heart.
Star
yeah,
Wars
Star
and Valentine's Day just collided.
Star and
Yeah,
Times
it
Day.
was.
Yeah, that was interesting. And yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, of course, as a business, that's how you'd want to like get rid of like a lot of that stuff. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. So let's get into the bulletin board. I'll tell you something real quick about my week. I'm still
Right.
fighting bugs. I'm still battling bugs, man.
Oh no, not the spiders.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the ant
I heard about it
problem,
on.
the ant problem is pretty taken under control now. You know what I mean? But spiders,
Oh.
Oof.
I just don't get it, man. I just don't understand why they just can't stay away.
There has to be some type of natural repellent that you can just put around, like
Yeah,
cinnamon or
yeah.
something.
Well, Mrs. Hive put out these traps outside for spiders and other types of bugs and stuff like that. But yeah, they just we have. I
Then
think it's
push
just
them
'cause
inside.
well, yeah. I mean, I just feel like every 15, 20 minutes, I'm like, these bugs again, like, what are you doing? I just wish they'd go away. I don't know what else to do except for just keep
Hence the
doing it.
Jersey Hive.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
they
gonna
want to be
happen
on. They want to
next
be on
week.
Good Morning Brick World.
You know what? I like the Punisher
knows?
too, but I don't have a whole arsenal of weapons. You know what I mean? Like,
Time to get 'em.
Right.
So anyways, all right, let's get into the bulletin board and then we'll say hi, hello, how are you, and good morning to everybody. So first of all, I just want to say hello and thank you as always to the replay gang. I love you guys so much. You continue to show me how strong your replay game is. Please support all the co-hosts. Links to stuff that they have is in the description below. I encourage you to go over there and watch their stuff and support them any way you can. If you'd like to support me, support the channel, support Good Morning Brick World, all one and together, or you can just think of it in your mind as a separate thing. But if you'd like to do that, you can subscribe, like the stream. You can become a member, do a super chat. Anything you'd like to do is greatly appreciated. And I encourage you, please tell others about all of us.
Yes.
We just appreciate a little bit of that. If you would like your sigfig to be in the intro or any other video that I may do that has sigfigs in them, occasionally I make stop motion videos. I'll do like a city review video. Goodness gracious, training videos. I've actually done sigfig videos before. Yes, you can get your sigfig in those, but I will always have them in the Good Morning Brick World intro. Occasionally I rotate a little bit just because I'm pushing 50 or so sigfigs. So it's a lot of names to type in a like 3-minute period. But yes, you can send them to the PO box in the description below. Real quick, also, Chicago is coming up. I mentioned this just a little bit ago about things like getting ready for it. It is way past time to, obviously reserve
Right.
out the Rennie, or any types of spaces like mock spaces or display spaces at the convention. But obviously, tickets you should still be able to get with no issue. I encourage anybody to go, whether you're going to be displaying, whether you're not displaying, whether you want to do the 5-day gig or just go for a day or two on the weekend. it's a lot of fun, but yeah, prep. it's coming up, and I gotta tell you, I'm really anxious about everything that I got to get ready for. This is a good time also if you have sigfigs that you'd like to trade with people. It's just going to be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen a lot of my friends out here in the community, and some people I haven't met yet that I'll meet for the first time in person. Looking forward to all of those people. Some right here on this panel.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure, man.
But yeah, everybody, Chicago is coming. I feel like we're about
He's coming.
3 weeks away, something of that nature. So, also the last thing I wanted to mention, and this is it's going to be tough. We have a big community, and that being said, we lose people sometimes. There's a lot of us here, and we lost another member of the community, and it's very sad. A lot of people knew Katie. I knew Katie, but I wasn't obvious. I didn't talk a lot or anything with her. So, but I know a lot of people did. I know she was very special in the community and had a lot of friends that cared very deeply for her. Our condolences go out to her family. Yes, I do like the thing that Lene put there for your presence is missed, but your memory remains a beautiful part of us. And just like when we talked about Naomi, the way we live on is through our memories of our loved ones, and always focus on the good times that you had with them. It's difficult. I've kind of mentioned this before, that it's just part of life. None of us can escape it. And I'm sure all of us have dealt with it in some way or another. And we grieve the best we can, but like Lene put here, that it's your memory, and the moments that we had, and the love that we shared. So again, our condolences go out to our family, and yes, your presence will be missed. I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
No, another thing, I know some people, she deactivated her account a few weeks ago. So if you're looking for it's KT and Lego, you won't find it. So that's kind of a bummer. We can't look back on memories, but that's why you haven't been able to find her. She did deactivate her account a few weeks ago.
But I've seen a lot of comments out there, a lot of posts and stuff like that, and it's very clear how special she was and how many people she touched. That's I kind of knew this from the start, but as the years have gone by, it's been more and more prevalent that's why this, not just this community, but just in general, the beautiful thing that the internet does for us, man, is connects us all. And the friendships that we've made, I've known some people in this community for several years now. And you build these relationships, and yes, some people I've never physically been right there hanging out with them in real life. But I'll debate any day anybody that says you don't build some special, beautiful relationships with these people. You make friends and you care about them. You care about their well-being. They bring you joy. They bring you happiness. There's some people that aren't around. It's not because they passed away. They're just not here in the space anymore. Whatever may have happened, they just, they're just not around anymore. Whether it was an actual video creator or somebody out there in Chatland or something like that, you just don't see anymore. And yeah, you miss them. You just wonder how they're doing. Stuff like that. So yeah, it's we make all these relationships, man, and it really means something. It's special. So. Okay, well, again, we didn't want to be too sad or anything on the show, but again, it's good to make sure everybody is aware of things, and that we mention stuff that happens in the community, whether it's good or bad. you just, like I said, it's good to know and think about the memories that we have with some people. All right. Did you guys have anything you wanted to add to that? I don't mean to hog the mic.
No.
No.
All right. Well, let's get into the highs, hellos, how are yous, and good mornings. Real quick, let me do this thing here real quick.
Yeah, we gotta get the music going.
I've been trying to remember that. You know what I mean? All right, Cajun April, what is going on? Good morning. How you doing? It says good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Have a great Sunday. You as well, my friend. You as well. Hoarder 66 out there says good morning, Brick World. Good morning to you, Will.
Good morning.
Chef T in the house. What's cooking, brother?
Oh.
My bricks and me. Good morning. How are you doing? Thank you for being here. It says good morning, Brick World. Great to see you all. Hope everyone is fantastic. Less than 30 days till Chicago.
Thanks for the reminder.
Another person I'll get to meet for the first time. Also real quick, I always gotta interject with stuff. So Sean the Right Way, he's one of the ACOB boys. He's running a bunch of stuff that's going on in Chicago, and he asked me, I'm sure he asked probably a few other people as well, if I wanted to stream while I was there. So I'm gonna stream.
There we go.
Nice.
I don't know if I could do a pure
Hey,
I don't know if that'd be prudent or not.
Yeah.
But I'll figure I'll just have probably just a regular Chicago Brick Rolled Hive stream or something like that. And I don't know. It'll be like a PFR light or something. Anyways, good morning, Pink Wheels. What's going on? Excellent mock build out there. Definitely go check Pink Wheels out. I believe. I don't like to give anything away, but she might be reviewing some cool stuff soon.
Oh, nice.
You never know what might be going on. Stud City in the house. What's going on, brother? How you doing? One of the other my favorite land members.
Yeah,
I have like a handful of land members that are just dear to my heart. And Stud City's one of them, man. I always appreciate his honesty and stuff when he does streams and talks about things. And because I mentioned, land members get a lot of hate. I definitely throw my own little shade at him sometimes. But the reason I bring up Stud City is because he was doing some pretty decent criticism on a stream the other day. I was talking about that Mario show. But I tell people, like, look, when they do criticism, they can't be like me. It's like you got to have some class to it. You know what I mean? You got to walk kind of a fine line. You can't just jump off that cliff head first like I would. So, anyways, I appreciate that as always, Christo. Let's see here. Fall Equinox out there in the house.
What up?
Good morning. How are you doing? It's good to see you. I'll see you at Chicago as well.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm pretty sure. Let's see here. Old man in the bricks. Old man in the bricks. Always reminds me that I'm getting older.
No.
Good morning, all. He's watching, listening on the pond while fishing. What? Sounds relaxing.
Oh man, I wish I was on the pond fishing.
Right.
I don't know why every time I go fishing, I don't really ever catch fish, but I just enjoy just being chill
out there, man. Just being hanging out there.
Well, there's something. And I like to be on the boat. There's something about being out on the water. And I mean, like, very tame water. I mean, I'm not trying to go out to sea or nothing like that. But, something about being, like, on a pond or a lake, just chilling, dude, when it's all quiet. And I was telling somebody the other day about I miss being out in nature. There is something so calming, man, about, and it doesn't matter if it's a beach nature or forest nature, just as long as it's not, like, rustling, bustling in the city kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's something so peaceful, man, about almost like being one with nature. You know what I mean? I even like just chilling out, looking at this clouds in the sky and just the trees swing. I mean, not like for a long period of time, but anyways.
Get lost
all right.
in the trees.
So your boss back to work.
Rob Claxton, what's going on? Good morning, my friend. How you doing? I see Christine Harper out there. Good morning. Good morning. It is a beautiful day. It is. Well, I don't know. Some people are getting some storms, but I don't know, man. Out here in Maryland,
we got a tornado.
Whoa, what?
You did?
dude.
No, Hive did.
I see.
Oh.
Oh, so that would explain why the weather or the sky looked like it did the other day.
Last time I said, "Hey, are y'all getting bad weather today?" Because we're getting bad weather right now. I mean, I know we're not.
Yeah, I think it-
hot, but we're all.
I think it was Friday,
Southeast.
and Mrs. Hive and I went on the front porch and looked, man. Yeah, it looked like it was tornado weather. You know, it's just that weird color the sky gets, and it's kind of calm, but it's still kind of breezy. It's just, I don't know.
I almost feel bad talking about my good weather. Sheesh.
No.
Out here, like the sun. Look at that. I can't even put the camera that way. It's like
natural light over here.
I know this probably sounds obvious, but I'm like deathly afraid of tornadoes. Deathly afraid of them, dude. I've had nightmares about them because I've lived in Cali, so I've dealt with earthquakes. You know, obviously on the East Coast. On the East Coast, we deal with hurricanes all the time. You know, I've lost count how many hurricanes I've been in. Up north, been in like blizzards and stuff. But dude, tornadoes scare the crap out of me. Even I remember living in Key West, and I remember we were at the grocery store one time, and we walked out, and you could see like, you know, a couple miles out or whatever on the water. And yeah, there was like one of those water spouts or whatever, the water tornadoes.
Yeah.
Dude, I almost had a panic attack. Just look at that, man. Yeah. Anyways. All right. Well, moving on from my fears. Gamble Ace says, good morning. Good morning. Good to see you.
Morning.
Stud City, I hear you, man. Hashtag let me lurk.
right.
Appreciate that, Rob. Thank you, everybody. Please smack
Yes.
it, flip it, rub it down. You know, whatever you want to do.
Oh no.
Oh no. I was gonna say, but I was like, dude, don't just control yourself. Let's see here. I know, but it's so hard. It's Bell Biv to vote, man. It's like... Anyways, Lonely One Kenobi.
What up?
Good morning. What are you saying? My 13-year-old son is yelling, it's Drewbrickz. Oh, for the favorite YouTuber. Yeah, he's definitely popular, right? I don't really, I mean, no offense. I can't watch everybody, so I don't really watch Drewbrickz, but I think he's one of the big ones. That's kind of like a lot of stuff or something.
I think he's the biggest.
He's up there.
Yeah.
Stud City for me, for sure, definitely.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, right. Moving on. Sorry, I was thinking about my favorite YouTuber. I'm like, wait, we're not done with the chat. Welcome, guys from Key. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday to you. Southern Brick guy in the house. What's going on, man? Good morning, Brick.
There we go.
Hope everyone is too. Should I know what that means? Oh man, I hope I know what that means. Well, he says, hope everyone is too. And
oh, there it goes. Doing well. Go down one more. Yeah.
Oh, good. There we go. Thank you, Jay. Yes, Southern Brick guy. I hope you're doing well as well. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for being here. Lonely One Kenobi says he really does. I can't complain when the kids make me watch Drewbrickz. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's good content. Or you probably wouldn't have that many subscribers. Stephanie, good morning to you. We appreciate you. Get cooped. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Space Baby is sick. Get a doctor. Click and Clip in the house. Yo, good morning. It's good to see you. Good to see you.
Hey, Cliff. Good morning.
Gamble says, save Mr. HVAC. Look, I feel like at this point, Mr. HVAC has to save themselves.
Yeah. At this point, he's on his
Like
own.
sometimes, you know, you can lead a cat to water, but you can't make the cat stay out of the HVAC area. It's just
We have a trap for him, and I just don't want him. It's so
Dude,
scary.
It ain't working.
Is it like a box that closes?
No, it's
and
one
the
of
cat
those
goes in it?
wire ones, and I told Mo, I was like, don't trap him again. Let's just be friends with him, and then I'll pick him up. But Mo has a trap for him.
Dude,
I
are
don't
you
wanna
saying
trap
like if the cat steps in like the loop that's the wire and just goes
Yeah.
and then like the cat just flies in the air, just, like hanging by a leg?
I don't think that's.
I mean, I'm not saying you should do that. I
Right.
just that's kind of what pictured in my head.
I'll
That was
build
the
a
next
Lego
trap I
trap.
had in mind.
I want to say just
Right,
build
right.
like
Yeah, build a
a
Lego
pond
trap.
of Lego so he can just go in it.
He hasn't
I don't
touched
know.
the Lego, only the pops. So
Well, a
Oh,
pond of,
okay.
of pops.
Right. Camel City Brick House. What is going on? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Hey.
Pandemonious Panda. What is going on, Panda? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Stud City says that did happen. Elf from the Lego site not releasing it 2 hours later. Yeah, so I was right about that. Lego pushes FOMO onto us. Example, May 1st Lego sales. Then, dude, Stud City out there cooking, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see. Raccoon, what's going on? Rapture Raccoon in the house. But is it worth those
Hey.
points because what you have to spend to get that amount of points? Well, I think it's like a lot of stuff. It's about what that particular person wants, what they're willing to spend, what they have, what the
Absolutely
situation is. A whole lot of. But I will say, in another lifetime, I probably would have went pretty hard getting that spiny shell and that baby, even if not for myself, to flip.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that shell is gonna go insane for resales.
I feel like
You
it
think
will.
so?
Well, it
Yeah.
depends on how limited it is, and
Right.
how many they make. But I feel like it's definitely going to probably go up at least a little bit.
Mm.
It's a really awesome set. You know what I mean?
But
That's
doesn't Bricker Blocks or Builder Bricks, don't they have a shell?
well,
but they
yeah,
have a
but,
massive show. Yeah, they
but
have
you
a
know
show.
how-
Bricker, yeah.
but you know how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you're not going to resell it or whatever, just people got to have the Lego version and the box. You know,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Now
of the
you're
time.
making me doubt wanting to build it because I wanted to put it on display next to Bowser and stuff, but I might not want to build
Might
it.
might let it marinate for a while and see
Right,
Yeah.
see what
Yeah,
happens.
what
You know what I
the thing
mean?
goes for.
Yeah.
What's that?
I was afraid Space Baby was going to sell out. So when I got to my Lego store too. I planned to get there, or 12. I planned to get there and oh my gosh, at 10 when they opened, but I slept in. I just couldn't do it. But like the Disney, do you remember the Disney 100 with like Mickey and the Scream?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That sold out like that. So I just got there and I knew they wouldn't have any, but they
They
did.
had so many like at my store, just stack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
this was going to be like I really did. I said everybody wants
Same.
Space Baby.
I think
So
another thing
cute.
too is they've put out so many sets, and even so many sets for each theme, like so many Disney sets and so many of this sets and so many, that it's hard for everybody to even keep up with it anyways.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Even if the economy, if you're doing fine with money or whatever, it's just a lot, man.
Mhm.
And it's not like they're cheap sets or anything. I mean, like that Disney one you're talking about. How much? Like what? That's
I
nice.
was their fourth customer at like noon. I got there at noon and they were like, because I was like, I thought you sell out. They were like, you're the second. They're like, you're the fourth customer and the second person who bought that today.
Right.
They said they sold none of the Mario Karts.
I'm not surprised.
Huh.
No, where I
Everybody's
was at,
coming
the
off of
Keith
their-
Haring sold out.
But
It was 10 per
coming
store.
off the Star Wars high
Yeah.
and everything too.
I don't know how, because I used to go to Ronan Mills all the time now I'm on the east side of Maryland, so I barely ever go because I'm not that close to it anymore. So, and I've been meaning and wanting to go because I need to hit up the pick-a-brick wall, the figs, stuff like that. And plus, sometimes they're just really cool little things. How they got that middle aisle before you get to the register. It was almost like the same in every Lego store, and they got like the keychains and like just oddball little sets around there. A lot of times, man, I find sets that I just didn't know about. Like the Lego store one, they had that new one I didn't even know about. I don't think it's new now. This was months ago, but anyway. Pinkwood says I didn't get the shell, but I need it. I'll be in a mobility scooter at Brick World due to some follow-up surgery this week. The shell would on my cart. It would.
That would be cute.
All right, if I had a shell, I would give it to you, Pinkwood. I do have a couple figs that I gotta sell to her. I told her I would sell her my Jango Fett and Boba Fett. Got emo Boba Fett. So I still got to get on that. So I will get on that soon, Pigwills. I can't wait to see you though. Big hugs, big hive hugs for you soon. Andre, good morning. How are you doing, my friend? Says, good morning, Pigwills. Seafault Equinox says I got stickers and sigfigs, but nervous about flying with mocks. Oh man, you got no. That's why I got a truck. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I don't finish the mock, I'm still driving my truck, but I wouldn't trust an airport with my mock about as far as I could spit, dude.
No way.
I'm just saying. I think I literally saw. I think I saw the video clip that Shy showed me of he was transporting his mock, and he even told the lady, "It's a Lego build. Please be careful." She literally threw the box under the thing.
That was more of a reason to throw it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, you got Lego money.
I mean,
Mhm.
dude, I'm not asking you to gently put it down, but I mean, at least just set it down. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. People kill me. Cliff says, "What's in Chicago?" Oh wait, yeah, I was gonna say. Yell it out, man. Yell it out.
If you don't know by now,
Right.
You
People
won't know.
says, "Can't say enough about the AFOL community. Helped me so much during my cancer treatment." I know there's
We love you.
there's a lot of support out there, a lot of love.
Yes.
Smokey, what's
What up,
going on?
Smokey?
Okay.
Good morning, hosts and all. Yes, good morning,
Morning,
to you
Smokey.
as well.
Morning.
People says I'll be around for a stream hive at Brick World. You know, I don't know, man. Maybe I'll just bring on guests, whoever wants to come on the stream. You know, like whoever's walking
24
by,
hour
like,
stream.
hey, you.
Yeah, 24-hour stream. Just have an empty chair.
Ooh,
Just
not at
come.
Brick World Chicago. Are you kidding me? Oh, man, that would be just
We'll
roll right into
Get some
Saturday.
bourbon, dude. We'll sit down. We'll just have
Great.
Public starts. Let's see. UltraBrickz, good morning to you. Mayo, good
Hey.
morning.
Morning.
It's your boy, JP.
I didn't see mail last week.
Mayo says, I'm in the middle of homework, but I'm taking small break. I'm on my HP, not my Mac. Stay in school, kids. Yes, stay in school, kids. Do good,
Yes.
do good.
Yes, yes.
Oh, goodness. Chris McBricker, good morning
Morning.
to you. And that is the bottom of the chat.
wow, we got there.
Nice.
Nice.
I feel like I
Morning.
streamline that, not without too many interruptions.
Yeah. We're good.
All right. Before we do anything else, though, I think it is time to get to some.
New.
Oh, where's my clip? Where's my clip? Because when news breaks,
We fix it.
That's right.
With Animal Crossing.
No.
No.
No
not
time.
You know what?
No.
Are you making a habit of just every week bringing up Animal
Yeah,
Crossing?
she has to.
Right.
We're gonna have
So
to
you
have-
all
She
fall
is.
in love with it.
All right,
I
because
think she
we're
has
gonna.
We're doing that until we have that as our subject to talk
Well,
about.
hold on a minute. I'm writing this down. Talk about not talking about Animal Crossing
Our next meeting,
at the next
Right.
meeting.
bring it up one more time.
Talk
It's a
about not
banned
talking
word.
about it. I'm just messing.
One more time, you're out.
But there was one set that I wanted to bring up real quick. Actually, two sets that I wanted to bring up real quick. And we might actually see them. All right, never mind. There is a thing here. So I'm just going to show one for now, and then the other one we'll see in just a second. Why can't I find out where I'm going? Oh, there we go. Okay. All right.
Yeah, well, we can.
All right. So,
Oh.
This thing.
look, I mean, look,
I like the colors.
I'm not gonna go too hard on this right now because I've already screamed about it earlier. But it's a nice concept. Don't get me wrong, and it's interesting because of The Simpsons. There's, I don't know, countless of different types of iconic types of things you could build as even as a small little gift of purchase or something. I think just the biggest thing let down that a lot of people have said is just it hasn't come with any figs. And my whole thing is if you buy the Krusty burger, you get Homer, Lisa, and Bart, but you don't get Marge or Maggie.
Right.
Oh.
Now, you could have got Marge or Maggie if you bought the earlier sets or they were in that CMF series years ago.
Mhm.
But if you're a newer collector, I mean, you could still get them, in the aftermarket or whatever, but it's not the same.
Right.
And a lot of people had mentioned, and I think somebody brought it up on Pure and Fury the other night. And this is kind of a good point, in my opinion. And it's whatever, but instead of the F1 CMF series, they could have done a Simpsons CMF series.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
That-
that would
That would have sold way
killing.
better. That would have sold way better. I went to Kroger, I think it was, and they had them up there for something. I can't remember what it was.
Mhm.
I mean, they were all there. Nobody
Yeah.
was buying them at all.
Yeah, they're like
They were
$4.
right there in the front, like selling them. And I was
And
like, they're not gonna. No one's gonna buy them.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
And I think even on top of that, and I could be wrong about this, but I think on top of that, Lego even officially I don't remember if it was on the website or not, but I feel like I saw that they said it's even like life size, so you can fit your minifigs in there. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. But regardless, it feels like kind of a missed opportunity. And I haven't seen a whole lot of people super excited about it.
I like it.
I think it's got 2 exclusive prints because the TV one has the Krusty Burger print. And then I think just painting. And I think they're prints. I don't think it's stickers. So that was the one I wanted to show right there. Does
I mean, as much as I'm disappointed about it, I'm still gonna get it day one, just because I'm a Simpson freak.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just
Right.
me.
Right.
You know, and of course, my thought is now maybe buy an extra one, so then later on that'll fund my Quickie Mart that I don't have.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm thinking ahead. You know, like in about 10 years, maybe I can afford the Quickie Mart and complete the set.
Man.
I mean, I would have if I would have been on my dark ages when that stuff came out, like, or at least been on my dark ages and already had the ball rolling where I was spending more money on Lego. I definitely would have bought those, just like the Ghostbusters Firehouse, man.
Oh yeah,
That one's nice.
Those are on the list.
Yeah, some iconic stuff I would love to have in my Lego city. And
Absolutely.
Dude, if it wasn't as expensive, even it being smaller, I still would get that Krusty Burger. I really appreciate that it's not like Dollhouse style. If you could enclosed, you know what I mean? Like that's a big deal to me, because then you can literally put it in the city and still have like maybe a parking lot behind it or something like that. But yeah, I mean,
I was speaking with Lego Tone about this, and absolutely, maybe a couple of spots added to that would have made a difference, like a parking lot. I mean, the set is okay, but in size comparison to the house and the Quickie Mart is like, apples and oranges there.
Also, here's the other thing I don't understand too, is I feel like the car is unnecessary.
Absolutely.
Now, if it was a play set for kids, I would say, okay, you know, whatever, but it's got the adults welcome theme to it. You know what I mean? I might even say 18 plus on it, you know? So I don't know. I just feel like, I guess it's not that many parts. So I guess it wouldn't really make a big difference.
But they did target it like it was for kids. I mean, the promo for it was
promo.
Like old school 80s nostalgia, kind of like, come in, you know, all the explosions, real fast paced.
Well, and you know, the interesting thing about The Simpsons is it's not Family Guy or South Park by any stretch of the means, you know what I mean? But it definitely has a lot of adult humor in it. That's not vulgar, just adult humor, just adult reference. It's just stuff like kids can watch it and maybe get a kick out of it. I don't know. Maybe it's not even like an animated show that kids would really even like necessarily. Teenagers maybe, but not like kids, because you know it's not like action or not like that. But definitely like there's a lot of stuff adults.
But at our time, that was, you know, when I was a kid, I knew some parents that wouldn't let their, you know, some of my friends not watch The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Like, it was not allowed.
Right.
Like it would be like, you can't watch it. You know, if you go to his house, you can't watch it. You know, that kind of stuff. It was really, at the time, it was our Family Guy. You know, it was that.
Right. It was
that crude, that kind of, you know, at that time.
Oh yeah, Bart. Shorts.
Yeah, my shorts. You couldn't wear, like, I couldn't wear shirts like that to school that said "Eat my shorts." They were not allowed.
Dude, Matt Groening, I always pronounce his last name wrong, but the creator of The Simpsons, you know, I read a lot of his comics before The Simpsons came out, and he wrote this comic book called Life in Hell. And it was about this one-eared bunny. He was like the main character, but like there was like all these characters, man. It was a hilarious comic. But it was crude, but it wasn't vulgar.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right. It skates that line, like real.
Yeah.
And look, I love my vulgar stuff. Vulgar comics, vulgar comedies and stuff, but I really appreciate, even in music, I have a lot of vulgar music, you know, but I really appreciate when people can walk that line and it can be adult, you know, or whatever, but they don't have to be vulgar about it. It's almost like a lot of movies too. You can have really good action stuff and maybe even use violence in it, but as long as if it's not over gratuitous, you know what I mean, or whatever. So yeah, interesting stuff though. My Bricks and Me says size for that Krusty Burger is really just sad. Yeah, it's not just the price. I mean, a lot of people have brought that up. It just seems just not insanely small, just too small. Like
You would
just
think that after
nothing-
10 years they would have just came with it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, they would have did
yeah.
something.
right?
Like, they
Like this
could've-
is like, you know,
Yeah.
we haven't released something like this in 10 years from this line. Like
Yeah.
something grand, big,
And-
you know,
Dude, and look, man,
boisterous. You know,
They could have
like,
did away with the car, maybe
Hey,
added the
the
ramp from
car-
when Homer rode the ramp. They could have did a big ramp, skate
Yeah.
ramp or something.
Right.
Could have added
Yeah.
the bullies. Maybe the bullies would have been good.
giving us the
Like
pig.
right?
yeah,
Oh, the pig.
Yeah.
Oh, spider pig.
Yeah,
Spider pig.
Come on, that's missed opportunity. They could give us that with a gift of purchase.
Right.
hmm
It's really
And I
complex.
agreed, Gina. I would have been okay paying more for the most part if it was more
Mhm.
appropriate size as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what the kick is for a lot of us. It's like you can tell it's smaller and the price got bigger. You know what I mean? That's rough. Like even if the price
$9 on it,
Yeah.
just making it even 200. Like what's the
Yeah.
extra $9?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To
Come on,
probably
Lego.
even do it to something, and then maybe the back of it would have opened up and Krusty stage where his
Mhm.
show's at. They would have
Mm.
had maybe
Yeah.
that aspect of it there, and two
Well,
in one.
Also, nobody, as far as I know, has criticized the design of it or anything. It just
No,
the
I mean,
size
it's
of it.
spot
The
on.
design is
'Cause it
good.
does
It's just too
look good.
small.
Yeah, it's spot on.
All right, let's see here. What was the next? Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and show a couple new sets here. So first of all, got some new pick-a-brick parts. So that's
Wow.
pretty rad.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Dude,
Yeah.
this is. I figured this would be hot. This is hot
Yeah.
out here. This helmet, that's
dude,
really different.
Nice.
You're definitely going to
Um,
get that.
Yeah.
I mean, everything else is cool, but nothing that really shouts
Nothing
out to me.
crazy.
I'm
Is
okay
that
with the
lobster?
space
Tile, though.
with the black suit. I'm okay with that.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
that's
are
right.
they-
Um,
is that a spaceman or are they looking for stuff at the beach?
It's like a metal detector.
Looks like a metal
Yeah.
detector guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah, okay.
that was the vibe I was getting.
Or
So this,
Oh, that's
so look,
I
I
like
would-
it.
Yeah, no, it's really awesome. It's a really awesome set. Now the price, I almost want to get upset about, but I was thinking, how much is it for a whole thing of the figs, the CMFs? Like if you got
Well,
the whole set.
Like 65,
You got
75?
12.
You got six.
Yeah.
How many figs in here?
16.
16.
16.
So
yeah.
I think the price kind of evens out.
Balances.
I mean,
All right,
if you,
so I'm
if you add
roughly
$5 a
80. Well,
fig,
if you have
Okay.
tax, you'd probably be at least about $90 for all these guys. If you
And
just
then-
went $5 a fig.
yeah.
So
Yeah, so-
that still leaves another $100 and roughly $10 for this.
And also the holders too, the
Yeah.
shells.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly I'm not going to get to some magical number where I'm going to be like, oh yeah, dude, that's a
So
really
for
good
that,
set
you
there."
get that build and all those figs.
yeah.
yeah, but
150,
then-
139, 149. I would have been okay.
Yeah, but that 170.
But-
Yeah.
Here's the thing that I'm curious about. Okay, if let's say you buy this, and this goes for everybody in the chat and everything. Let's say you buy this. Let's say even somebody gave it to you, right? You didn't even pay for it, right? Would you keep the figs and the balls in the machine as a display, or would you just empty the machine out and display the figs or whatever?
I mean, I was thinking that was like a low key extra CMF set they were throwing
Yeah.
at us, like because I don't see the pirate, I don't see the original figs that they were supposed to put in there. So I'm thinking that's like a special CMF set that I might want to display.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But then you have an empty machine, unless I guess you put other figs in it.
I could put
Yeah.
little parts in
Put other
there. just throw a
Legos
little-
in it, I guess.
Yeah, other
Right. Oh,
Legos.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, just put like
Random accessories.
just put like random pieces in there. Or
Now,
something.
does
Yeah.
it work? Does it work?
Yeah.
Can you like when you
Oh,
turn it?
Oh,
Does
dude.
it
that's-
put
That-
gumballs in there?
No, let's see
Oh,
what-
I hope not. That means it's Technic. I hope not.
Oh.
See, this picture is different from
Yeah,
what
that's different than the other one.
what they decided
Yeah.
on. I would have liked to
Oh.
get that pirate,
Mhm.
but
So then this is the official.
this
image,
is
I
the
think, right?
official set. And
But does it like? Can you turn it and they fall
Okay.
out?
That's what
I
I'm
hope not.
wondering.
maybe
Yeah,
zoom
that's
in,
what
we
I
can
heard
see
in
that.
Maybe
Maybe
that's
slide
why it
out.
cost so
Yeah.
much.
Put actual gumballs in there.
I can't. I don't know.
Because there's a coin slot there. I mean,
and have a Lego gumball.
Ah,
Wonder if you
all right,
can
that didn't
reuse
work out. That did not work
Yeah,
out.
absolutely.
All right. Well, this is another set that I was
Oh,
curious
so I
about.
just Googled it. It says that it should work.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
It's
there
a
we go.
working crank.
Drag on it.
It features a working crank and miniature capsule.
There we
Miniature
go.
capsules
Huh.
in size. Yep.
So, dude, if you sold these figs, that'd be a great way to sell them. Be like, yeah, let me put $5 in this thing. So speaking of the figs, though,
That's
I guess if you're a Fabuland lover, you know, that's a big deal. I don't know if they've made gold spaceman before, if that's a new one, or this turquoise or whatever.
Taking both of those, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. It just misses it every time I try and zoom in. But yeah, this guy with the octopus Cthulhu looking shield, that's really rad. Dude.
So is that the only way you can get these minfigs?
Yeah, I
Through
don't
this set?
know. That's what it looks like. It's coming with that set.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could it be another CMF series?
Dude, imagine people wanting an army build with some of these guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then you got your
Look at that.
Paradisa. Dude, I don't know what everybody's fascination is with this Paradisa stuff. Or Fabuland. Or Animal Crossing.
Don't talk about Animal Crossing.
There's two possible army build guys there. Look at
Yeah.
that with the green
Yeah.
browns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. the
Yeah,
back.
Behind
this
the
one,
bear.
where is it? Right here? Is that? Can we
Yeah.
see it?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
This guy right here and then this
And then
guy
the
right
one.
here.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
like there's two different spaces. There's two of each one.
Is that a
See, I'll
white,
get it for the space
white and
babies.
gold? Oh, two gold. Oh, okay.
It's two gold and then the turquoise. I don't know what's going on with these two. Is that that's an ideas brick on the torso here?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, oh, you know what? This is probably the designers or something, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, they're
There it is.
redoing the set.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I bet the original designer than the Lego designer. That's
The
probably what that is.
designer's mini.
So-
Yeah, the one that stole the
It's looking like 16 figs, but some of them might be repetitive.
One that
Like
had
the
the
space
idea.
people are repetitive.
Oh,
the
yeah.
army guys are repetitive. Right.
Got a little lazy.
So that's the
Hmm.
way they went ahead and all right, we'll just give you a bunch of those. And
Oh, wait a minute.
okay.
So, what
They're
does this one go
duplicates.
to? There's only one of this one.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Which one is one?
There's a second one to that one. Renee.
Oh no,
Yeah, there's
it's
a
not.
second one to a lot of them.
She got a
Yeah.
gun
Talking
on
about
the
this
map.
one?
So there's
Yeah.
1, 2,
Oh, it's a pirate, and then here's the other
3,
pirate.
4.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
there you go.
Okay, so that's the pirate
Seven.
thing. Okay.
Yeah, and the elephant and the one on the bottom.
So there's only
Together.
10 figs and then duplicates of a lot.
Ooh.
So yeah,
that's
so
not worth
10
it.
unique figs, and then the turquoise spaces is double, the gold spaces is double, the brown and green suit army guys are double, the silver and burgundy or maroon suit guys are double.
Right.
So
Now, here's an interesting take, and I'm gonna revisit this take after another piece of news we're gonna talk about in a minute. Now a lot of people might say, oh, maybe you want to sell some of these figs, right? Or maybe collect them thinking they might be worth something or whatever. But then there's this person's comment here. It says, I really hope that the Spaceman and Castlevania figs would go on the pick-a-brick wall. Now, the reason I say that is because a lot of people, and I've done this myself because, I do a little bit of investing and flipping here and there, is it's hard to define sometimes what's going to be worth more or not. A lot of people in the Star Wars community saw this kind of recently with the Captain Rex fig, and how it was the same one that came out with the ECS set. So a lot of times you think you have a fig that you're going to keep as an investment or might try and sell to be worth more money. And then Lego re-releases something. So I just say that because at first I was like, these might be extremely exclusive to this set. But
It
then
doesn't look like it is.
they might, re-release them. I mean, I hope they re-release them. The argument usually is a lot of people will say, like, especially when you get expensive sets, that it's good to keep some stuff exclusive. Like, it makes it
Right.
fun, in a way.
Right.
So, anyways, oh yeah.
If I'm
So
spending over $200, I need all exclusive pieces.
Absolutely.
That's it. That's
Right. Right.
it.
Yep.
so we got this new city set.
That's hideous.
It's a whole lot of stuff in here.
It's
They
fun.
took
Figure
whatever
it
they
out.
could and stuff from last year and say, you know what, let's put it all
Put
together
it
and
Put it all
just make a
together.
set for this year. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
I
you got
couldn't
the
figure it
look, you
out.
got the fire truck station, that was a set. The
Right.
police station, that was a set. That's a
Right.
4+ set.
Yeah.
Then you got the crane that didn't really take off, the little city
Mhm.
set those are
Mhm.
all 4+ sets, I want to
Yeah.
say. Except
Was
for the
it 8+?
spaceship. Yeah, right. Because the
Right.
building itself might look a little something, but then you took some of those green ramp pieces from the RC set that just came out.
Oh
And
yeah.
that space one, that was a $20 set, the one that's on the top, the ship.
Mhm.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
what's the
No, you
price
got
point
the,
on that?
dude. I don't know. It didn't say.
Yeah.
I just
It's over
know
70.
it's a lot of stuff, man. I'm
Yeah,
sure it'd
it's
be expensive as heck.
Yeah, it's
too
hideous.
messy.
Yeah. It looks
Um,
like it just looks like Ninjago, Lego City, and Monkey Kid just
Looking
fell
to
into
come
a
up with
container.
a upscale. Yeah, they were trying to make it bigger, city set to just fill space in, and I don't know what happened.
I like that.
That's cool.
It's
yeah.
That
Oh,
little
it's pretty.
boxcar, I'll take that.
I,
Yeah.
yeah, I really like this graffiti on the side
Yeah.
as well. It looks
Are
really
those
nice.
prints
It's
or
giving me fun
stickers?
hole vibes.
Yeah,
I,
that's
I'm, I,
Mhm.
I would like
Fun
to think
Hole
they'd be
Subway
prints,
one.
man, but
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
getting sticker
They are
vibe.
absolutely 1000% gonna mock this out. They're gonna take everything around it out and keep the building, maybe extend the building and take that fire and police. Like you just mixed everybody in there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fall
Um,
Equinox has a point. Fall Equinox said, if I were a kid,
Yeah.
I might have fun with this. Now, as a kid, I would love this.
Oh,
I
yeah.
could just
Because
do
it has
everything.
everything you
'Cause it has
want.
everything. You
Exactly.
got the
Yeah,
Yeah.
as a
What it
kid,
reminds me
Yeah.
of those
You could go to
remember
the
those
moon, you could do everything.
remember those
Break
Hot
it down.
Wheel like suitcases that used to
Yes.
open
The
up
Yeah.
and they would
garage
have
thing.
like
Yes.
a garage
Yes.
and all that
That's
kind of
what I
crap.
had.
Yes.
You know? That's what it
That's what
reminds me
this
of.
is.
Yeah.
You
I
got
mean,
the
yeah,
train there.
I could totally
Yeah.
see if I was a kid, I would love this thing.
Yeah,
I would love
Yes.
that for the summer.
Sure.
Yeah,
What's the
Yes.
I would be
price
doing.
point for this though?
Yeah,
We don't
yeah,
know.
I get it. I definitely get it. All right, let's see here. Space Baby available for midnight. Yep, we knew about that. We haven't really talked about it though.
I got mine. I got mine right here. My little space
I
baby.
I feel like this was definitely a hot item for
Oh,
sure.
can we see it, Jay?
Oh, wait, hold on a second. Where are we
I
at
just
here?
put the extra pieces. So what I did, I put the extra pieces, the leftovers. I just put it on top of it. Wait, there you go.
Oh,
Space baby. Yes, I just
Oh, there you
threw
go.
the extras on top, so it actually looks like this.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
yeah. See,
Cool.
and
It's
this
like
is
It's got some weight to it.
Is it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It breaks off into like the different pieces. How do you put it together?
Decapitated. That's
Yeah, I sure
disturbing.
did.
Yeah.
I sure did.
You
the
just
great
can't
thing
get
is
it.
like, that's also
Way to
something
go.
that would
The
go
backpacks.
really, really good with a display with a lot of your space sets, you know,
Absolutely.
or especially like if you collect the space minifigures, which a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely good stuff.
I'm gonna put them with the upscale, with the 2 upscales that we have
Yeah,
already.
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah.
put them up there.
So cute.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Let's see. What else was there? The Ninjago magazine. Yeah. So we were just talking about this. So that's what it looks like. Not the
So
picture, but
cute.
that's what it looks like built.
They
Yeah.
could have given us the cat and the dog. Like
They could have
Dude,
given us the
right?
dog, right, and Maggie and
Right?
Marge.
Haters. Haters.
Like-
I love it.
I don't know
Something.
why they wouldn't have given you anything, even if, like, let's say, look, you get, like I said,
Grandpa?
Homer, Bart,
Or even,
and Lisa with the Krusty Burger. Why not get Marge and Maggie in this?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
I
that way
would
you
have
can
took
have
the
the
2
whole family.
sisters.
Or the
I
sisters,
would've-
the
the
twins.
sisters,
Or,
yeah, I
yeah.
would have had them.
Oh,
To be
yeah.
quite honest
sitting
with
there.
you, they could have just,
Anybody.
like, this is cool, but they could have done away with this and just literally given like a polybag minifig with a small
Yes.
build or something. You know what I
Right.
mean? And there's hundreds and hundreds of characters in Simpsons that would be rad to have. Everything from the comic book store guy. Get the comic book store guy
Oh,
and
yeah.
like give some comic book prints that he would have or something. You know what I
Throw
mean?
in radioactive
Absolutely.
Man or something.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Dude, there's so many. There's so many.
Mhm.
What
I
else we
talked
got going
about
on?
you
Oh,
the
yeah.
other day. Like,
Principal Skinner would have been good there. Yeah, I mean, I
Oh,
would have took
yeah.
anybody.
Another
Yeah.
good one. Bionicle Mask of Power officially canceled. I gotta tell you, if you're a Bionicle fan, I kind of feel bad for you.
yeah.
What is
And when I say kinda, I say kinda.
What was this, a
because
show?
I don't know.
We're like,
but
what is this?
I-
Someone in the chat.
I don't
I just-
know what it is.
It's canceled. That's what it
Was,
is.
it's
Yeah.
canceled, but what was it, a movie? Was it gonna be a show or a
Dude, it says
game?
for
What was it?
8 years. The devs or whatever over at the team Konoi, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, has been hard at work making Bionicle and masks of power, but that has changed as a game. Oh, it's a game. Has been
Game.
officially canceled. Wow.
Yeah.
Imagine working 8 years on something and it just gets canceled.
And then it gets
Yeah.
canceled.
Oh,
Right,
that's
dog.
a heartbreaker. Yeah.
Look,
Um,
somebody said glow in the dark, Mr. Burns.
Oh, that's a good one too,
Chris,
dude.
yeah.
Not even that. Even like the similar. It could be, dude. Think about how many different versions of Homer you could probably do,
Oh yeah,
dude. Just
There
they
are
could have put
Homer
him
alone.
sleeping. They could have put the sleeping Homer.
How about a
So we're
treehouse
going-
of horrors kind of thing, man, or
Oh
something?
yeah,
I-
the
or
aliens.
how
I
about-
would have said the aliens.
Dude, the aliens could have been builds. Actually, you know, that
Yes.
could have been a gift for purchase or something.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
dude. It's not like we work for Lego or anything, you know. Whatever.
I
But
was-
it says it was mentioned that there have been no issues with Lego, and they even endorsed it in their Bits and Bricks podcast 3 years ago. The only reason that Team Kanoe thinks why Lego wanted them to shut down the game was it was easy to mistake it as an official Lego product. I don't know what all that means, but
Wait,
sorry,
so it
Bionicle
wasn't
fans.
a Lego product? What?
I don't know. It's the
Like
City
said,
Powered
something
Epic
used to Bionicle fans.
I know.
Sorry.
Lego Boston headquarters officially opened. Little known fact: Mrs. Hive almost took a job there.
There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. And I can tell you this: they're going to pay her more than what she was making here. I was like, God dang, Lego will be paying good. But she doesn't want to move that. She doesn't want to move further north.
It's gorgeous. Somebody posted the inside.
Yeah, but look,
It's gorgeous.
I don't want people to take this personally because my sisters live in Boston, and I love the people of Boston, but I can't stand that accent, man.
I love it.
Everybody, let's go get in the car. We're gonna go to the bar.
Call
So the bar, smack car.
I love
Get in
it.
your
I'm just
car
playing.
and let's go.
I'm just playing, everybody.
Shout out to Mav. Shout out to Mav.
Shout out to Mav. Shout out to Mav. I'm just playing with you guys. Look, I've lived all over the country, man, and I'll tell you, I love the Southern accents. I do declare. I love the East Coast accents. I love my West Coast brothers and sisters, even though there's a lot of slang they don't use anymore. But I don't know.
Surprisingly, I feel like I don't have an accent, and if I go somewhere, they be like, "Oh, you from New York?" What does
Right
the New
there.
York
There it
accent
is.
sound
There
like?
it is.
You.
Like,
Say New York. Say
I think I
New
just
York.
heard it. I could have sworn you said New York.
yeah, New York. Like we here.
York.
I mean,
Dude,
It
but
was-
you know what? The New York accent sounds tough, though. That sounds like an accent that's like, even when you're talking, it's almost like speaking German. It's like you can say the sweetest thing in German, but it might sound very stern, you know? Like you're like,
Very
okay,
true.
I know they're not being disrespectful, but I don't really want to mess with them. They got an accent going on.
We have one here, Hive, but it sounds ignorant. Like some people like I say
No, you're right.
Maryland. I'm
It's
sure Hive does,
Merlin.
but some people say
It's-
Merlin. Merlin. It's like, where is that?
Maryland. I don't know. People
Maryland.
make fun of me because when I say monsters, I say the cheese and not the actual creatures.
Oh,
Munster.
but
Monsters.
look at Jay though. Like you can't. She doesn't have an accent, but she's
Oh,
from the
this
West
is-
Coast. Like, does the West Coast have an accent?
oh
Yes.
yes. I've
Well,
kinda
for me-
fine-tuned it and not have it come out. And
For me,
like-
sometimes it's the lingo or just slang,
yeah.
and sometimes it's regional, sometimes it's everywhere. Like a couple years ago, I had to ask my buddy. I was like, "What does no cap mean?"
Yep.
Okay.
He's like, "No, you mean not lying."
No lying.
Yeah.
No lying. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I was like, "Why don't they just say not lying?"
But a lot of the kids slang. A lot of the stuff
He's like,
that
"Hey,
kids
it's
say is
called
not very-
slang."
That's boring.
Way.
Yeah, I know it's boring. I know. So back to Boston. Yeah,
Boston.
Mrs. Hive didn't want to go further back to Boston. Mrs. Hive didn't want to go further north, but the new Boston headquarters officially opens. 2 years ago, Lego Group announced that they will be moving their North American headquarters from Enfield to Boston. By the way, I think that was in Connecticut, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
They have officially opening it. Yes, and they have should have officially opened. Shouldn't have been open, not opening. And officially opened it yesterday. Anyways,
It's
I'm going
gorgeous.
to say it's open. Just a short ways from Fenway Field, the new headquarters will be in an innovative space for over 800 employees.
Nice.
Traffic.
That's a tight area. There's nowhere
Yeah.
to park in that area. There's no parking in that area.
Nah.
The
Big park.
company made $5 million commitment over 2 years to bring play to more local children. Okay, right on.
Okay.
That's cool. Lego ideas. Oh god, man, what is up all this language, man? I can't talk. Anyways, this reached 10,000 supporters, whatever the pronunciation is. It's pretty cool.
That's cool. I
Yeah,
get
it's
that.
a neat little design.
Yeah.
I've been really
Sorry.
Oh no, I was just saying I've been really appreciating the small miniature build stuff.
Mhm.
What were you
Yeah.
gonna say?
Hated it.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's tight. Oh, this is fine.
Ooh. Oh.
I feel like a lot of people would love to have this sitting on their work desk or something, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what the space baby's going on at desk.
But would it be fair to say Lego would not make this?
Yeah.
I don't know how. I don't
the
know.
background behind it. Yeah.
Well,
Is
I
that
don't-
fire?
Yeah.
look, I know this
Yeah.
sounds silly
Yeah.
because Lego
Smoke
for some
on the
reasons
top,
like
too.
they like poop jokes or whatever, but
Right.
and occasional butthole once in a while. But like, I
Man.
just
This is
don't
too
know.
much.
Yeah, they might be like, nah, that's just too cynical for us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because we know this dog doesn't think this is fine. He's just saying that to cope with the situation.
Right. Like, this
Yeah, I
guy's
don't think
different
they'd make
coffee
it.
cups.
Upcoming Lego Make It Take events, May and June 2025.
Ooh, let me see one of
I don't know what this is. I guess a bush, maybe.
those. Is it?
That looks like a little dragon, maybe.
Yep.
And it's
Yeah.
even though it's simple, I like the paddle and ball.
Oh yeah.
I like the paddle and ball better than any of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's hard for me
Gonna
to
have
make
to-
them.
Pay Lene to get those.
Yeah, it's hard for me
Yes,
to make them. The
please.
make and take events at my store are Sundays from 12 to 2. So I literally have to run off here and go there.
That's fine.
This is a
We'll allow
planet. Yeah.
That's a hot
Mm.
mess. That's hot.
Father's Day's coming up.
Mm. That's right.
You all will be in
Lene.
Chicago.
Lene.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be in
So-
Chicago.
We'll just
Throwing that
I
out
got
there,
you.
Lene.
hop in
Right.
one car and just minivan
got
it down
you.
to the store.
So we already know about all this stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
That
All right,
space.
so-
that
I didn't hear
space
anything
grab
about
is-
that rocket or
Mm-mm.
ship. or
I'm
what is-
okay with it. If it was given to me, I'd be okay with displaying
sure.
it. I saw the
Oh,
post.
yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
But my
Nobody
thing
gave
is
me
like,
anything, I'm happy
Hey,
with it.
didn't they already sell the NASA shuttle?
Well, the
Every year they
difference
make one.
This one's
Every
like
year.
the original.
There's about
historic
10,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
They make
Yeah.
one every
I
year.
got one back here.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
TD Bricks, he displayed it really cool, and I mean, it depends how you going.
They have so many.
Yeah, that
good
one's
ones.
cool.
Yeah.
That's the $9 one. That is not
Sure
that.
is. Sure is.
Sure is.
Sure is.
Pharrell's is okay. I have the
Look.
black one, and I have that one that Jay has. Yeah.
Sure is.
All right. So I saw a few people that was new on the chat. I see Rula out there. Yo, good morning to you. Mayo says Paradisa. Paradisa's sun is shining all day. That must be a
Nice.
song or something. Let's see here. I see Zizu out there. What's going on? Good morning to you. I see Dude Jude. Good morning to you. Thank you all for being here. Let's see. Rapture says, what is font? I guess what I find funny is people complain about not having enough space for Lego, but they make a smaller set with a lot of detail. And damn you, Lego! I feel like I think it's just because there's so many different people. We all want different things.
Absolutely.
And
Oh, yeah.
because of the internet, obviously some people are can be heard a lot easier. And I don't know, people like me just complain about anything. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I hear you. It's hard to please everybody though. And look,
Yeah.
I'll tell you one
That's what
thing.
my wife. No,
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say that's what my wife said. She was like, "Well, at least you could fit it in your city now." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I guess so. Like, 'cause it's so small. Like, I'm not gonna have a problem with it. I have a spot for it, but I would have
Yeah.
rather it had been
But
bigger."
it's lackluster.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's like I was saying before. I don't know when it was, but yeah, the small miniature stuff. Like I said, if I didn't have this kind of space that I have, I definitely would probably build like a little miniature city. I don't know what it is. I find them fascinating. I almost want to build a miniature one, but I was like, it'd look weird if I just had like a small table in the middle of this huge room with this miniature city. Like that's the only Lego city I have anymore. Just this like one little table.
Right.
Let's see here. Where are we at? Christmas Burgers. Oh, Glow in the Dark Mr. Burns. Right on. Brick Biters in the house. What is going on?
Hey.
Oh my god, the game looks so good. I can't believe they canceled it.
Sorry, Brick Biter.
Yeah.
Rapture says, let's talk about accents or different regions, pronunciations of Reese's Pieces. Reese's Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
Oh, there it goes.
Right. Reese's Pieces.
There's
Reese's
that.
Pieces.
Oh man. Yeah, I think, look, I joke about the Boston accent thing, but no, I think it's great, man. Look, I'm a firm believer in variety is the spice of life, man.
Absolutely.
Whether it's the way dialect, culture, the way people look, hobbies, just music, anything, art. I doesn't mean I like everything, but I appreciate different things, man. I know a couple people in my life that literally have only eaten like a few different things. They just won't try anything else. And I'm like, dude, you just might not know what you're missing. The best tasting thing you've ever freaking had, man, might be right over there, dude. Like, if you don't like it, okay, whatever. You don't like it, but like, dude, and like, there's been a few things, you come across, you're like, I'm done with that. But
Hated it.
Yeah.
I said.
But god dang, man, there's so much good stuff out there. It's
Absolutely.
like movies too. I mean, obviously the action, science fiction, that's like my favorite and stuff. But man, I like me some good drama. I'll even watch me a chick flick or two here and there, man. It depends on what it is. A lot of times it's not
Funny
necessarily.
rom-coms.
It's not necessarily about the theme. Sometimes it's more about just how good is it.
Right,
How good
right.
That story, does it pull you in? Is it good characters and acting and stuff? But anyways, Mayo says the Red Sox fans, it's Fenway's Park, not Field. Stud Sidious used to work in infield. Dude, I don't even know anymore. I haven't kept up with sports enough to keep track of, like, I can't even remember what the Baltimore field is now. It's the M&T Bank Stadium. That's what it is.
For the Ravens.
I'm like, what corporate sponsor is our park name this year? It's like, it seems like they're all like banks and insurance companies now, like Progressive Field and
Right.
Jesse's Brick Galaxy. What?
Hey.
What up?
One of the master mock builders out there. I'm sure I'll be seeing you at Chicago as well, Jesse. Awesome. It's good to see you. All right, before we get into our chat, because as per usual, running behind, let's go ahead and do some segments. Let's go ahead and get our celebration out of the way.
What?
All right.
Happy birthday.
Just one this week.
All
Just
right.
one.
Birthday.
But just to remind everybody, because I know some people are new, or even, we took that break, so a lot of people might have forgot. If you have anything to celebrate, it doesn't have to be just you. It doesn't have to be just a birthday. If you got a promotion, if it's an anniversary, I don't know, whatever. It's something. Dude, if you celebrated something, let us know. But if you did have a birthday or something and we missed it, by all means, send it to us and we'll do like a replay kind of thing. And just, it's all good.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Nice.
We just want to get in and on that celebration. All right, next thing we'll do is minifig mug Monday. So if you do have a minifig and a mug, post it on Instagram. Do the hashtag minifig mug Monday. Tag Brick Babe and Lights Camera Lego on there, and or you can tag any one of us and definitely share it.
Just
but
tag somebody. Look at it.
But the Brick Babe is the one that handles all that stuff, so definitely let her or tag her in that. So, all right, minifig mug Monday. Here we go. Right on, right on, right on.
Oh.
I always like to see everybody's cool mugs, man. I tell you.
All right.
Yeah.
That's almost like a collecting hobby in itself.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
I've even
yes.
got like a handful of different cool mugs.
Mhm.
Mrs. Hive even had a couple cool ones. She
Yeah.
had a really neat one from the movie Finding Nemo, and it had all the seagulls all over. The,
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
They
cool.
kept saying like mine, like all over the mug.
That's cute.
Cool hand with Bricks out there. What's going on, man? Good afternoon.
Morning.
Should be noon to you.
Boom.
Yep. Good afternoon to you. Hope you're doing well, my friend. All right, we got one more segment, and then we're gonna get into our favorite YouTubers. Let's see here. Where we at? Oh, Saturday morning cartoon builds. I feel like I always say it the wrong way. But if you definitely have any kind of build that is cartoonish in nature or just strictly ripped from a cartoon, definitely do that hashtag and tag LegoLongoria into it, or you can tag any of us as well, and we will be sharing it on here. So here we go. Josie and the Pussycats.
Yeah,
that was cool. That was a throwback for
Classic.
sure.
That was good.
Yeah, that's some classic, original from Archie comics, I think.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I just remember they made that movie.
Oh,
Gosh, man, that was like
we're not
it was
gonna
in
talk
my
about
20s
that.
when that movie came out. I don't know. I'm pretty old. So, all right, our favorite Lego YouTubers. Okay, I'm going to start with a lot of the people that sent me replies. But I did get one that just came in from Mayo, so I was going to read his real quick. And because I didn't have a chance to, obviously, he just sent it to me, so I didn't have a chance to screenshot it or nothing like that. But
Is it me, Mayo?
you guessed it. There it is. Hold on a second.
Boom.
I stole Mayo's heart.
So his favorite Lego YouTuber is Brickzar, which is an old school Lego YouTuber. I mean, he's definitely one of the OGs, and he's still around, man, just knocking it out the park. I agree. He definitely is a really rad YouTuber. Makes a lot of very interesting content, and definitely focuses a lot on a lot of the old school stuff, retired type stuff. But I wanted to also read that Mayo put something else in there that I thought was pretty interesting as well, because, and I was hoping this would already get across, but I hope nobody was feeling bad, about just like trying to pick one or whatever YouTuber. I mean, there's a lot of us, you know what I mean? But sometimes you can only pick one. We can't pick everybody. But he did say that to put it into like a family tree perspective, he says like you are like a tree branch, because of the shows that I have, and I'm being a YouTuber or whatever. But he says for him, Brickzar is like the tree trunk. So I kind of get that, it might be where that's kind of where his favorites started, and then other favorites branch out. So I just thought that was a pretty interesting perspective, and I appreciate you sending me that, Mayo. But yeah, he definitely has been around a while. No doubt about that. Okay, let's get into a few others. So Brother from Another Brick said that his is Brother from Another Brick. I was gonna say mine. My favorite was me, but BFAB already took that joke, so that one go now. BFAB, we love you, we miss you. BFAB used to make content all the time. I gotta tell you, he definitely. It was hard for me too to pick a favorite, you know what I mean? But he definitely would have been one of them. BFAB made incredible, like like story essay type, videos, like explaining stuff. He would, just really, really good stuff. And he edited it like crazy. And he was always like the most hard on himself as far as editing went compared to anybody else. But BFAB, I miss your stuff, man. I miss your stuff.
Yes.
See, Oaktown Brick said Drewbrickz. Yes. Drewbrickz is a very popular Lego YouTuber. I think he's in the millions of subscribers, if I'm not mistaken. But Jang, one of the reasons I also am a big fan of Drewbrickz is because he gives a very honest, non-biased opinion. You never have to worry about Jang giving you a false review because he maybe got one set for free or he was getting paid for something. He's very, very, honest about his reviews, and he's very good. He's very poignant, and he gives very thorough reviews. So yeah, definitely Drewbrickz is a good pick. Equinox Block says mock YouTube mark off forward. I can't talk tonight, guys. Does anybody know how to pronounce that? Mark off Allworth.
That's
Mark off Allworth.
Yeah. Well, regardless, I apologize if I said that wrong. Old Gray Bricks and Fazoom, right on. I definitely know Old Gray Bricks and Fazoom. I lurk on their streams a lot, but sometimes, I just don't know people. I don't know how they'll react to me or whatever. So I don't sometimes comment, but I watch their stuff a lot, man. They definitely put out good stuff. I appreciate it. Robin Hood Bricks, another good channel. Definitely good stuff. A lot of them, it's hard to, I don't watch enough of, so it's hard to give a good description of what, how good they are at certain different things. But I do encourage everybody, whether you're on the replay gang or you're live right now, to check out some of these channels. You can always go back and see who picked what. Some of you guys might already follow some of these people or know who they are, like Drewbrickz or something like that. But yeah, I definitely recommend going and checking them out.
You have a comment.
Yeah.
Oh,
In reference to that, Mark, it says Mark of Forworth works at Atlanta Brick Co. and he won Lego Masters.
Ah, thank you.
Oh,
Nick.
okay.
Nice.
Thank you.
Over there by
Appreciate
mine.
that.
Oh,
Not
Mark.
too far from
Okay.
Atlanta Brick Co.
Mark.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with.
Neck of the
Yeah.
woods.
You know what I mean? Especially some people like have alter egos or they change their name or something like that. So I've known some people that have multiple names. I'm like, I don't even know how to look you up anymore. Okay, where were we? Papa Trip says Brick Hive, ACOB, and Austin Bricks.
Hivester.
Nice.
Yeah, I appreciate that, my friend, very, very much. I cannot even remotely claim to be, a favorite amongst all these other YouTubers that are so much better than me. But I do appreciate it. I will tell you this, I definitely, like I said, not the best, but I do put hard into my stuff and I try very hard.
Fun fact.
yeah.
I was a fan of the show even before I got heavy into posting and Instagram and everything. Behind the
really?
scenes Lego, I was watching it, and then I got into the community, met the awesome, phenomenal Lene, and she put me on to meeting Andrew and Jay and everybody else. And then I was like, well, I watched this show and look, lucky
Right.
I am to be here now. So shout out
Dude,
to
that's
that.
awesome though, man. Yeah, I mean, it's
Yes.
awesome that you came back into the community and
Yeah.
you met Lene, and then obviously, and dude, I really appreciate you watching before as well, man.
Yeah.
It means a lot. I mean, look, I tell people a lot, like at least for me, I like to make stuff I like to make. I really enjoy making videos, live streaming, and editing and stuff like that. But it's important that I'm entertaining people, at least in some form or another, because that's kind of why I'm doing it. So yeah, I appreciate that very much.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Legos and Bricks says the ones in land program, they provide legitimate reviews and original content. So look, again, it's some shade at land. I mean, look, I want to mention
right,
real quick. Well, yeah, and I so look, I'm throwing stones at a glass house right now because clearly I've thrown plenty of shade at many of the land members, and I definitely throw a lot of shade at the land program itself. But I want to say that I also defend the land members a lot in certain aspects. I think that they should be paid in their time of making videos and stuff like that. I mean, I know they get free sets, and that's great, but free sets don't pay the bills. And clearly they have to make content. And a lot of them work really hard at the content they make to provide us, these reviews and stuff. Now, is it any one of the land members' fault that a lot of this stuff looks similar? No. I mean, that's just the land program. They've got,
That's the guy.
I call it the 100 land army now, but I'm pretty sure they're past 100 land members. I literally mean, I'm sure they're past 100 now. But again, I think some of them are really great. I told you guys I have a handful of them that I consider good friends. You know, Shy, Stud City, you know, Gene's version. There's a bunch. There's definitely a bunch of them out there. But yeah, there's some of them I'm not big fans of.
Hey,
um,
different strokes for different folks.
but yeah, I
It's
mean,
just that the ones that don't really give what we're looking for,
Yeah.
like the
yeah,
honesty, the real behind what we want.
yeah, and I think some of them they're appreciative of the opportunity they've been given,
Mhm.
and
Absolutely.
they show it. They show it because look, the one thing I always say is not everybody, but most of us out here, you know, online and stuff, we can smell bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if
Yep.
you're not authentic, you know what I mean? We're gonna know. Now you
Yeah.
still might get some views. I don't know. Maybe you just got good production or whatever, but
Right.
you just people are gonna know if you're not being authentic about something. So
Right.
I'm
um
gonna know.
so yeah, like I said, I definitely can throw shade at them, but I also defend them, I think, where they need to be defended. And to be quite honest, man, a lot of it, the reason I say this you get paid is because it's like a job, man. They have to commit to that
Mhm.
stuff. On a constant basis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're
Yeah.
always getting stuff provided to them. They have to do it if they want to stay in land, and it's a great opportunity. Obviously, I feel like most of us, as long as you don't act like me, would take that in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? So kudos to some of the land members out there. Other ones, they can go pound sand. All right. Clever Pig. I love Clever Pig. He says, here are mine in no particular order. CPA Fall. Good. That's a good YouTuber as well.
Mhm.
Very interesting. And I encourage you to watch his stuff if you like to watch a lot of the numbers games in the Lego community, whether it's about minifigs. He was doing one the other day. I think it was yesterday I was watching about just different trends and stuff like that. Really good YouTuber. Brick Hive. Yeah, I appreciate that, Clever Pig. I feel weird.
I don't know who that guy is.
I don't know,
Right.
man. We're gonna roll right past that guy. And Soul Brick, not active, sadly. And this is an interesting one as well because, you know, I feel like there might be some. I mentioned earlier about people in the community, Lego YouTubers that aren't around anymore that you
Right.
really loved, and sometimes we know what happens. They end the channel and they maybe they'll make the last video or say goodbye to everybody, and sometimes they just kind of disappear for whatever reason. But a lot of them, at least, we can go back and watch multiple videos that they put out. Like I don't even know how many I've got out now. I mean, at least probably 700-ish videos by now. But that's including streams, you know. So but yeah, I thought that was an interesting perspective that we hadn't quite seen yet. Let's see here. I think maybe the last one was yours, Jay.
Oh yeah.
Jay, the quarter brick, wrote TDbrickz. So I guess while we got you here, you want to tell us about TDbrickz? You know, like one of the things that
I mean,
you know.
TDbrickz. I started watching TDbrickz because of my nephew, because he would just put TDbrickz on. But the one thing that I did take from TDbrickz is the different techniques, like definitely to use for like mocks and how to put things. So like for me, what I'm working on is for the A-frame cabin. I want to make a whole little lake setup thing, so it was easy just to scroll through his videos and say, okay, these are the parts to get from pit to brick and all that stuff to make the waters and stuff. And so it's also good for starters too.
Yeah, and that's something, again, a good point, and something to be mentioned is all these different YouTubers that we all love. You know, there are different YouTubers that do different things. You know, my problem is I can't never focus on just like one thing. I'll go on a kick and do stop motions for a while. Obviously, I do Lego City stuff. I've got a vlog. I haven't messed with it in a couple months now called Week in Review. You know, and then obviously the streams. But some people are mock builders, and not only is it cool to watch whatever mocks they're building up, but so a lot of them are very good about giving you tips and tricks and techniques on those mocks. Or they might be mocking Star Wars stuff that you love Star Wars. And some of them I think transcend any kind of age and sex or whatever, you know what I mean? Like it just doesn't matter if you're a boy or girl, if you're older or younger. Some people are just, and doesn't matter if it's mock stuff or just entertainment, because there's obviously a lot of Lego YouTubers that just make entertainment type videos. And I'm not talking about just reviews. Some people just make really interesting videos. I remember one time Danny Bob made a video where she built Thor's hammer or something, and then literally went around smashing stuff with this hammer, just smashing different stuff with the hammer just to see how well it would do, you know. And then you know, she like even her thumbnail was beautiful. Like she had her like screaming with the hammer, but then she had like the Thor helmet kind of thing on, you know, with the feathers or whatever it is. I don't know. But
she was my pick.
Dude, Danny's great. Danny's great. Been in the community a long time. Absolute wonderful person. She's one of the illustrious few that have gotten to actually see the Lego room and met Mrs. Hive and been here.
Nice.
Yeah, there's been a handful of people, maybe a couple handfuls of people that have been here for. I generally kind of have a cookout on Sunday for every Brick Fair Virginia thing. So yeah, I've invited Lene. How many times, Lene?
And I am dirt tired after every convention. You know, I'm so dirt tired. But I said I wasn't going to do Brick Fair this year, so I can be there. If you have it this year, I can be there.
I haven't decided if I'm going to do it or not. We'll see.
Yeah,
just because
I think you could be there. You're like, I'm not doing it.
Right. You're like, nah,
sorry.
That's you. No, we're not doing it this year.
But yeah, there's just this wide variety of different YouTubers that do different things, and some of them put a lot of hard work, you know, into what they're doing. So, all right, what are ones we have next here? Let's see. Matt Elders, Family Bricks says Pure Man Fury. That's not a YouTuber, but I know he's a fan, so
he's a legend.
I appreciate that very much, Matt. Thank you so much.
You know, all y'all who commented on Hives, I posted mine and I got 0 responses. So some of y'all follow me. I'm just nobody said
lurkers. Those are lurkers.
Some of them know that we're all connected, so they might have been like, well,
I didn't get any either. Don't feel bad.
I already sent this to Hive, so I don't need to send it.
I didn't get one of them.
We got no love.
But you know, they're great YouTubers. We appreciate also people contributing. Again, I know it's kind of weird because I was thinking about it and I was like, I hope nobody feels weird sending me their favorite YouTubers, and it's like anybody but me. I was like, I hope nobody feels weird about this.
Right.
But all right. Well, that was the replies that we got. I haven't seen any new ones in the comments, so I figured we'd go around and hold on a second. 70 says brick sculpts is good for beginner ice building. Oh wait.
It could be mock. It could have been a spell check thing.
Well, but okay, because I was like, he breaks down how you can use each brick. Yeah, and then some people you just learn some tips from, and you don't really think. Like for instance, like when I first started my channel, I don't even know I was doing the channel yet. But anyways, I was gonna do a mock of a mountain, and I saw Drewbrickz, you know, because he has a city, and he's the one I learned to use Duplo bricks to help build the frame, so you don't waste too many of your smaller bricks. Yeah. All right, let's go around. LegoLongoria. Who you picking?
Can I go first, Hi?
Oh yes. Oh, that's right. You gotta go soon. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I gotta speak now. No.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I gotta ease on down the road, guys.
Yeah. You're fine. Who's yours?
I forgot about that. The Wiz.
I gotta go. I chose Hive because before I even knew, Hive was the first person I even knew about on YouTube. I never watched YouTube, so Hive kind of opened me up to YouTube, and by watching Hive, I learned about other YouTubers that I just didn't even know. All I knew was Lego Instagram. I didn't know Lego YouTube, so Hive kind of brought me in. And then from that, I met Naomi. I met Naomi through Hive. Wouldn't have known who Naomi was. So Brickanista, and just to keep her memory alive, guys, her YouTube channel's still up. It's the Brickanista Broadcasting Network, the BBN. Check it out. And then Fick and Bricks. So those are the two. I knew nothing about YouTube before Hive and Fick. So
Fick is
and then
great.
we have Naomi. So that's it, guys. But I gotta run. Great show.
All right. Enjoy the Wiz.
Later.
All right. So just in case anybody's curious, BrickBabe is gonna go watch The Wiz.
Apparently it's in movie theaters, right?
Yeah,
today only.
Yeah, she said it's gonna be in the theater today only. She said it was the anniversary, right?
We don't
Something like that.
Just a special screening. Yeah,
just a special screening. So yeah, and she's gonna go watch the original one, which is great.
That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, LegoLongoria. Who you picking, man?
Oh yeah. So I picked Stud City. Stud City was kind of one of the ones that I first started watching when I got into the community. Yeah, he you know, I just like the what was his little catchphrase, swipe the card, you know, that kind of thing. So like when he was doing all his midnight stuff, and I would always get into that while I was waiting in line to buy all my Legos online, you know, following him, seeing what the good deals were. And I just like his content, how he goes around sometimes and just finds deals for you, some retired sets that are still out there and that kind of thing. I finally got to meet him here at Atlanta Brick Con this year. So it was kind of cool. Yeah. So Stud City is like I said, when I first started getting in the community, I don't know, it popped up on my, you know, YouTube, and I was like, oh, let me check out this dude and see what he's all about. And it just went down a rabbit hole with him, you know, started watching all his content. I just like his content. It's pretty cool. So
yeah, man, he's a great dude. It's been interesting following his journey, you know, and like
Yeah.
the new house and
yeah.
I was messaging him one time because I really thought it was cool when he was building these tables. I'm assuming for like a city. I get stuff mixed up sometimes, but like how like it's reinforced to the wall. It's just like really just as a maintenance guy, you know. And I was like, man, I really like that. But yeah, man, I love him. I think he's a great dude. You know, like I said, he's one of the handful of land members. I think he's just terrific. You know, he's always honest and nice. But again, really nice, down to earth, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I always joke around, you know, he's because the swipe the card thing, he's like single-handedly raising credit card debt in our country.
yeah. I was like, man,
like just single-handedly, man.
Credit card limit, dude.
I remember even like one time, I think it was Christmas or something. I can't remember, man. But I feel like he had Santa on there with a credit card, or there was something, man. I was like,
What?
I was like, you go, man. You just lead right into it. I love it, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Embracing that, dude.
System.
But yeah,
right.
I know, right? But yeah, totally good pick. I think I saw him. Oh, look, there he is.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I really appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
I
dude.
know, right? Good stuff,
Yes,
man.
man.
Oh, wait, hold on. We had another one out in the chat. Ruth, also known as Drewbrickz, and LEV, both Aussies, both wonderful people and friends, Lego streamers. Yeah, dude. I can't think of Ellie. I'm sorry. I probably know who she is, but Ruth. Yeah, I love Ruth to death, man. I've been friends with her for quite a long time. Actually, you know, not to get too much into it, but when I was going through a bunch of stuff, you know, like because of Fury and everything, you know, whatever months ago, she was one of the people, one of many people, but that we talked, like we had a video chat and everything, and you know, she was like there for me, and I love her to death, man. She's not out there all the time anymore, like she used to be. She just had a stream not too long ago, though. So, but anyways, yeah, beautiful person. I couldn't recommend anyways watching her enough. Anybody else that you had in mind, LegoLongoria?
That was pretty much, yeah. I mean,
right on. Okay.
Yeah.
I know it's tough, man, because there's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's tough. There's a lot of people.
You try to like literally narrow it down to one person.
Yeah.
Jay, you said TD. Did you have anybody else in mind that you thought about, or?
I mean, the other one, like you mentioned Stud City, because I was just thinking a lot of ones I'll find them on Instagram and then I'll go to their page. But like the one that I'm like bummed doesn't have an Instagram. I'm probably gonna pronounce his name right, but he builds in all black bricks. Is what is it? Eco?
I forget too. But
yeah,
oh my
Namato.
gosh.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Cause I'm like, if you had a YouTube page,
dude, like,
yeah.
I can't. It's because we've spotlighted him before on the show here and there occasionally.
I remember that.
Just his stuff, man. Look, first of all, it's absolutely beautiful. I think literally every single thing I've seen this guy make, and I've seen a lot of his stuff because we went to his webpage, I think, one time and like looked at like everything. It's just incredible, beautiful artwork. But then it's just in black bricks.
Yeah.
And just my dyslexia would probably mess me up because you're looking at all black and just a reflection, just trying to build like that. And then on top of it, you're building, because look, with any other color, you know, it'd be a little bit easier. You could see while you're building what the shape is going to like look like, you know what I mean? But like in black like that, it's so crazy what he does.
Yeah.
And whether it's these animals, creatures that he's built, dude, the flying turtle, that's one of my favorites. But then we saw when we were looking at his website, like it was like I almost think like maybe a Japanese type cityscape thing, and then there was like this long bridge that went from one side to the other. Yeah, Yeah, I wish he had a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I would
But
love to just watch. And I think Lene's met him.
Oh.
I swear, I think she met him.
I think so too.
I think she went to one of his exhibits or something. But yeah, I would love to talk to the guy.
Yes.
You know, pick his brain and just learn from him.
But
Dude, that's why no matter what, when I complain about Lego prices or whatever, dude, the designers get mad kudos, dude.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, oh yeah,
Right. Shout out to them.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because, like,
man.
even like who was it? One of the YouTubers, Master Brick, Alex.
Yes, I know him as
Yeah.
Brick
Yeah,
Alex.
he's pretty cool
Because
with all that stuff.
And the reason I give him even bigger kudos is because, look, mock builders, obviously, I show support and love to all the time. I talk about them out in the chat, you know, like whether it's Pink Wheels or maybe Coconut Brick Studios. Obviously, we saw Jesse Brick's Galaxy. There's just so many, right? But these designers, they're constricted by the rules that Lego sets into place for them, like the piece count or the mold or whatever, or even the theme itself, like, you know. So I always give them mad kudos for being able to just come up with some of the some of the sets are so beautiful, like Rivendell. Yeah, and sometimes they replicate artwork, even if it's not my cup of tea. Like, you know, the Van Gogh sunflower stuff, they did a really good job representing. Dude, the botanicals.
Yeah.
Dude, we were just talking about them last week, right?
Last
yeah,
week.
the design
Yeah.
is insane, dude. Anyways, Mamba, what about you, man? Who you picking?
Well, I mean, we spoke about watching your channel. Obviously, I'm a fan, and I'm more of I need information. I need real,
Yes.
and then I'm going out there and getting it. And on top of it being real, it was funny. You know, it was entertaining. And then I started getting into okay, well, let me look out there. And Danny Bob, like
Yeah.
her stuff is awesome. My son, he is a really big Lego YouTuber watcher. So he loves her videos. He's big on TD Bricks. Stud City, like LegoLongoria and Jay. Stud City for me, because he's right on. Like he talks about it, good or
Yep.
bad, and he keeps going. Like, yeah. Those are the ones that you really want to pay attention to. Like Stud City, he'll say something like, I don't like it. Or I like it. Or it's not worth the money. Or it's worth like I still got it. It's good for display, but
Yeah.
it's not good for this. Or it's not good for that. And that's what you really want when you want to watch somebody. Now, if it's just something that you want to pass the time, something funny or something, and it's different. There's a bunch of people out there, but those are the kind of go-tos for me. Danny, she's spot on with a lot. She's really particular about her videos. Like her thumbnails are really cool.
Yeah.
And she goes into the detail. She talks about it. She gives you the little pieces. Like, oh, look, she talks about new pieces, and you know she's out there. She just put the Louis sets up there. She's doing everything. It doesn't matter what it
I just
is.
saw those,
She's gonna give you. Yeah, Stud City
You
too,
know,
man. He's out there.
And the thing about a lot of these creators that we're talking about, you know, all different, even like the land members, like, yeah, okay, it might be similar, but it's like they're still different because this is the biggest thing I always tell people, man, is yes, you might like a creator because of maybe the way the video looks or the type of video they're making or whatever. But ultimately, I think everybody likes the creator. You know, it's that personality. It's how they talk to you, you know, how much time they put in, how much you think they care about you, the authenticity and stuff like that. So that's the difference between like the whole land thing that I tell people as well, is like, dude, Danny Bob and Stud City are two totally different, you know, Lego YouTubers. You know what I mean? They might still be putting out the same set, but some people might like Stud City's take more than Danny. Some people might like both of them. You know what I mean? But the point is, like, all these creators, they have their own personalities. You know what I mean? So when it comes to me, I was obviously having a really difficult time as well trying to pick one, and it came down to really two that I could think of for different reasons. So one of them was Shy, and one of the reasons was Shy because Shy is a very, very good presenter. You know, he talks very clearly and very, you know, to the point, but it's not too sharp. You know what I mean? It's relaxed in a way. Obviously, sitting on a stoop, he's very good at interviewing people, getting conversations started. That's very interesting. And I always compare him to some other similar like podcasters in a way where, you know, he doesn't just interview people, he talks to them. And I think that's what makes like a lot of the Sitting on a Stoop episodes so great, you know. And obviously before that, he brought that with Cali Brick Click. But one of the biggest things also about him, and there's other people like this as well, Danny Bob, you know, Greg from London Bridge Bricks kind of sticks out to mind, is he has extremely good production skills and levels, man. Like Shy, and I'm sure it was a journey, and Jay and I kind of talked about this briefly, is like you eventually get a really good camera, you know, or a really good mic, you know, and Shy has never gone cheap on that kind of stuff. Like, I mean, I'm sure again, it was a journey getting to where he is.
To get to that.
Right. It's a process.
Yeah. And the time.
But some people that, I mean, again, you still got to be able to talk, stream, make videos, whatever, but that is just something that people really can notice. And even if other people don't notice it or appreciate it as much, I know for me personally, like when I got a better camera and a better mic, like I appreciated it. Because obviously you want your stuff to be good as it can, you know, but obviously it's not cheap either. The other person that I actually had in mind was Clever Pig. And I highly recommend everybody go sub to Clever Pig as well. So he mainly focuses on cars. I've seen him dip his toes in other things a little bit here and there. But a couple things about Clever Pig is, one, totally nice dude. Like, me and him are actually be sharing a room at Brick World.
Oh,
nice. Yeah. But like
party room.
super awesome, nice guy. Hella funny. He's got a very dry but almost silly sense of humor. Just good vibes. I've never once seen him get upset or bring any kind of negativity in anything. 2 or 3, his voice. There's a few people in the community that have like beautiful radio voices, man. Like just they sound good, and he's just got this silk type voice, man. Like you can, I swear, if I wanted to, he could probably read me a book and I could go to sleep. Like he could probably put me to sleep if he really wanted to. That's how comfortable.
That's why y'all are staying in the same stories to you at night.
Well, so, and then the other thing, as far as like his videos go, like he's just really good at highlighting stuff, pointing out details, you know, like Mama was talking about, like information, you know, again, if you're into cars, man, he throws down on the different stuff. And he has been highlighting different brands, whether it was Mattel or some other company, I can't remember, but it just really good stuff. So obviously there's a trillion other people in the community all of us love just as much, but just to make the show, you know, somewhat timely, you know, we can only pick, you know, 1 or 2. So yeah, that's that's about it.
That's a good group of YouTubers right there.
Oh yeah.
I did see Smokey said Hive, ACOB, M&R, Coconut Bricks, and Ostuff. Yeah, M&R is another good one. He's very popular. I gotta tell you, some of Ryan's stuff is hit or miss for me. Depends, you know, because I like Star Wars a lot, but I'm not as in depth as a lot of my cloner friends are, you know. But I'll tell you, every Tuesday, I like me some Ask M&R, man. I like me some Ask M&R. So, but the great thing about Ryan too is I've always appreciated his hustle, man. You know, he's been doing this a long time and he's been working really hard at it. So yeah, I appreciate that hustle he has. Rulaw says I watch every single Shy video. Agreed. His content is awesome. Yeah, agreed. Totally. All right, everybody. Let's just go around real quick. I know we're kind of running a little bit behind, and I gotta go because I got a landscaper coming home or coming over here soon. LegoLongoria, you want to shout out, promote anything? You got any discrepancies you want to get off your chest?
Yeah, I'm just gonna. My pieces are coming in this week. Hopefully, I got them all in, so I'm gonna start doing that. Start wiring my lights, and hiding those things, and getting that all ready to go.
I meant to ask you real quick. Are you? Is it same thing? Or are you going to do anything slightly different? Or like...
Oh, I'm doing stuff. Yeah, I changed a lot of stuff. I changed the trees. I don't know if you can see from here, but I changed the trees, the way the trees looked. So that's completely different. I added a whole bunch of grass, a whole bunch of stuff, just a lot of detail mostly. And then over here, I decided to make. I found a technique that I saw online, and to make curves. And so I'm basically curving this whole side of the mountain. I've already done the other side.
Because that's kind of what I need to do with that season.
Nice.
I'm trying to figure out a good way to curve it so it's not so blocky looking, man.
Yeah, I found a technique where you can use like you probably can't see it very well, but because it's white. But see how you put those together?
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
And so then it makes it curve, by itself.
Right.
See how it's curving?
Yeah.
And you're just putting those cheese wedges all the way down, and then you put these two. I don't know where the other ones are, but yeah. So it's just a technique I found online. I could shoot it to you.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Definitely,
I
appreciate it.
It's kind of like this. See, like you're putting the cheese wedges, but also,
or even just take a picture like of that for me.
Yeah.
On Instagram. I'd like to see what it is.
So that's how I'm curving it to make it.
But the reason I asked is just because you're taking it to different places. So I was like, well, it gives you time if you wanted to like do something you didn't have enough time to do before.
Oh yeah. So that's
like,
what I'm doing. I'm lighting the whole back end. I'm lighting now. I have this all lit up to actually blink at light, like in the movie.
Oh.
Like remember in the movie it was like boo, boo, boo,
yeah, totally.
I'm gonna have all those going, and then I have stadium lights back here that I wired too.
Oh,
so those are gonna light up like stadium lights, like yellow.
Yeah.
And then I put more lights in here. I changed these windows on the spaceship to do. So I did a lot of changes. So yeah, it looks way better than it did for Atlanta BrickCon. Like, for sure.
Cool. Yeah, man. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Jay, what about you? You wanna shout anything out?
I wanted to shout out all the teachers because I know right now it's about to be finals, especially for the high schoolers. So kudos to y'all.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hear that.
Yeah. With that, and then right now I'm trying to finish the Atari set because I'm the type of builder that I cannot start a new set unless I finish it.
Yeah.
So it's chaotic. So
that's responsible though.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's responsible building.
Shout out to Jay. That's right.
It's hard. I'm just like, oh.
I feel shame every time I start building a set, and then I gotta like put it all back into the box. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I don't have any room for it. And I gotta yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to take down this the Pharrell one soon to replace with some other stuff. But
that's a shame. That's such a great set, dude.
Well, I think the only part that I'm gonna have to take apart is just the little string part because the ship can just go somewhere else.
Just a great design.
Yeah, it's a good display set.
Yeah, totally. What about you, Mama?
I mean, this week is some secret builds that we're working on. Some stuff. At work, I got some space allotted to me. Some shelf stuff that I've been thinking about. You just blew my mind when you said miniature city because now I'm thinking, dude, I want to turn the vault into a city. So it'll be my version of like a Men in Black locker city civilization.
Oh my God. Yeah, so that's awesome too. I didn't think about that. Man.
A city in the vault kind of thing. I have enough space. With the new vault, there's plenty of space. I could probably do like an L shape. I don't know. You just blew my mind, Hive. So
check out Brick Loot. They have a lot of minis with that, so you can get the ideas from them. Not all of their sets are Lego like bricks, but Brick Loot they have really good minis.
I could do small houses. Jen, she has some amazing ideas for container builds that she's been working on. So man,
and
now
you
the
can really spread a lot of stuff out too. Since it's miniature. I've been thinking about it too, man. I'm just like I gotta utilize the space somehow.
Absolutely.
Yes, exactly. For the micro build city, use force perspective. Exactly.
Yes.
But it also reminds me of I've seen other movies like this, but the most recent one I saw was on Love, Death, and Robots, and it was like the zombie take over the world thing, but it was all miniature, like all these little miniature tiny people and little tiny cars, and that's kind of what I think about. But rock on, man. Well, I would love to see whatever
also,
you
last
do.
thing, shout out to the show tonight, Random Sunday show.
Oh my
it's
goodness,
a kids show.
Yes,
it's gonna be a kids show today, so we're gonna have LegoLongoria is gonna be on there with his kids, and Little Brick will be on there. Jay will be there. Lene will be there with Mo. Like it's gonna be a thing. So definitely look out for that. Everybody watching.
That should be a fun show. Hold on, I'm trying to see real quick if I can find that link because I'm on her show right now. There we go. Let me get the link here, and that way I can put it in the chat. Yeah, that definitely be a fun show to watch.
Oh yeah.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
All right, there. I'm putting it in the chat, so everybody go over there, click the bell to notify, etc., etc. And as far as me, yeah, I mean, same old. As soon as, I mean, I don't know, something might come out as a surprise at any time. It just depends on what it is. You know, I've got like a train video, like I said, I've been working on something maybe for the city. I've still got tons of footage that I put into for a new week of review. Just haven't done it yet. But what you can count on for sure is at least have Pure Night Fury on Friday. Good night. And good morning, Brick World. So we're getting closer to Chicago, everybody.
Yeah, it's almost here.
Mamba,
dude.
where are you going?
Almost.
Yes.
I'm trying because I have some other things happening close to that time. So I was just looking right now at my train tickets because I'm not driving out there, but I'm looking.
That's
So
gonna be a nice ride.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, everybody. I appreciate everybody being here. I also, as always, appreciate my co-host.
Yeah.
And you guys, we had a lot of fun today interacting with everybody and picking out some favorite Lego YouTubers. Good times.
Oh, yeah.
All
Good
right,
times.
here is the new member outro, and yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Definitely go check out Random Sunday Show tonight, and
Yes.
yeah, see you guys later.